How are you? Great to be here, and good afternoon, listeners. Hope you're all enjoying a Saturday afternoon here in Gippsland, whatever you're doing. Looking forward to this one. As you said, a big day for both clubs, but obviously Morwell hosting from the BCNA part, and looking forward to a great game of footy.
Timmy, while we've got you, who wins and by how much?
The Parrots will win by 37.
Thank you very much. Great to have our special comments here this afternoon. We've got two of them. We're going to go to Nick Boxalacino first of all. He's all thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Boxer?
Yeah, thanks, Scud, and good afternoon, everybody, as well. And looking forward to a great game, Scud. Looking to see if Morwell can back up last week's ugly win against Mafra. And to see this powerhouse of Leongatha keep powering on.
Who wins, Box?
Leongatha for me by 4 goals, Scud.
4 goals. And it's great to have Scotty Berry-Cree in with us as well. He's taking the role of Paul Carter this afternoon, but we'll be doing some special comments as well. And it's all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. The new D-Max is available now at Gippsland Isuzu Ute. They're on the Princess Highway in Traralgon. Scotty, how are you?
Yeah, going well. And a big shout out to Paul Carter. Get better soon, for the love of God. I cannot do this. This is going to be a nightmare, Scud, these stats, but we'll give it a go. I look like Mr. Squiggle at the moment. A pen on my nose and one in each hand. And Paul, get better soon.
Been there, done that, Scott. It's okay.
Scotty, who wins?
Gather by plenty, 50 points.
50 points this afternoon. I'm going to go with the Tigers to win by Boxer.
1 point.
Thank you very much, as the Tigers have won the toss, and they will kick towards the highway end of the ground here at Morwell Rec Reserve. Leongatha kicking towards the city end of the ground. Scotty, you think there might be a little bit of breeze, or has it just dropped lately?
It has dropped away a little. Still an advantage to be kicking towards the big hole in the ground, though.
All right, the umpire gets us underway, and we'll get to the umpires in a moment. There's an absolute famous one out there. As the two ruckmen go at it, Burr will get the first one down. Bailey kicked it out of midair, then went and got it again. He handballed back to Burr, to Grant, goes backwards to Quigley. Now the Tigers go to centre half forward. He'll find Jackson Burr, who can't complete the mark though. And now Willis will come in and tries to take on the Burr brothers. The tall and the short of Jackson and Charlie. And the umpire will ball it up half forward flank for the Tigers. As Willis taps it over his head. Vanderplyte in the front spot, driven into the ground. Forrester tried to squeeze a handball out, couldn't do so. McCullough from the bottom of the pack with Vanderplyte. And in that, again, another stoppage inside the first 30 seconds.
Big matchup for Burr too. He's got Maskell this afternoon too, so he needs to be really on his toes.
Looking to get it out there, coming through Leongatha there with Vanderplyte. I wasn't able to get anything clear. Forrester, he threw it out. Cooling got the handball out to Grant, back to Cooling. He's going to look to go forward. It's a scrubbing looking kick, and he'll be happy to find the boundary line, which he does. And we'll have a boundary throw in Morwell side here at the Morwell Recreation Reserve. Just ticked over the first minute here in the first quarter. And the two big ruckmen will go at it. Burr and Willis. It'll be a good contest all day. That win is an advantage for Willis, who gets the tap down. Second tap through, wasn't able to get there. Dropped the ball, nothing paying there for his Marriott. Picked it up. He's got his handball out. Umpire's called dropping the ball. And Berkeley McFarlane's going to have the free kick. About 55 out from the Morwell goal. Bit of movement up forward, looking there for a lead. 1-2, He dumps it, puts it about 15 metres out, coming through, going back with the flight. Was Westaway, nothing able to come up there. And Bailey is of the Brandon type. He's wrapped up straight away, and we'll have a ball up.
Just thought his decision making then too, kicking inside 50, he was a little bit off. He had a few other options there to go to, Berkeley.
Dangerous spot for the Parrots. Hillier will lead this one out on Hume. A little kick off the ground, might have been, was it in danger or holding the man?
In danger, Scud.
In danger, it's going Tyler Hillier's way. So the small forward for the Tigers, Hillier on a slightish angle. 40 metres out from goal. Breeze will come across now. This will be a bit different because it's coming left to right. It's an easterly, so it's coming from the other side of the ground normally.
Where's he going to start, Boxer?
He'll have to kick to the right. He'll kick to the right, young Tyler.
Needs to start it on the left-hand goalpost, I would have thought.
You now, he'll kick to the right.
So he starts it on the left-hand goalpost, works it back nicely and puts it straight over the goal umpire's head. And Tyler Hillier says to you, Boxalacino, stay in your box.
Yeah, I actually will, because I can't tell what the wind is, because I've got the big breeze behind me back here with the door open. I couldn't tell where the breeze was going either. But no, it was a great finish there too by Tyler Hillier. It was a good finish there by the Tigers too, because they were a little bit indifferent coming inside 50, and when the kick came in from Berkeley, he went to the shortest player in the forward line. Fortunate enough for Tyler, he had his head over the ball and got a free kick, so a good start there by the Tigers.
Yeah, first score on the board, 1 goal straight, 6 more. Leongatha yet to get in their forward 50 or score.
Well, thanks to Virtue Homes, scoreboard this afternoon, of course, be inspired by the 3 unique homes now on display.
Ex-AFL umpire Peter Carey throws the ball up there in the middle as the two ruckmen go at it, Scud. That was who you're referring to, as Bailey was able to get a quick handball out, and Grant delivers the ball going forward, looking for in McCall. He was able to get back onto it. Handballs through, coming through. Brandon Bailey runs in from 35, and he's just pushed it across the face. Didn't use the wind there, Scud. Needed to start a little bit left for a first minor score.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's they're kicking with the breeze, as we said. So the Tigers need to get away to a really good start and put some scoreboard pressure on this Leongatha side. They've had all the play so far. As Maskell will bring it back in. The Tigers lead by 7 early in the first quarter for Virtue Homes. Kicks it out wide. Grant in the front spot will be paid the mark. And the spoil need to come from Leongatha. It wasn't there. Grant will look in. Board not there. He's going to drive it back inside forward 50. And the target might be Boyd Bailey, who flies high over the top. Try to get over the top there of that looked to be Mitch Bent-Velzen. No free kick was paid, Scotty.
Yeah, it looked like he got both hands on both shoulders then, but I am looking around the corner through a corrugated line.
So ball up, inside forward 50, Smith and Willis. Willis taps it down to Marriott. Quick kick from Marriott will land on the chest of Vanderpleit. Defensive 50 for the Parrots. They look in board. They want to be risking reward in there, but just no one presenting. The Tigers shut it down. They go short to Argento. And Argento has a look around. Runs across. He's going to switch this across the far side of the ground. The Tigers have closed it down, but the forward handball to Vanderpleit will come off. McAuliffe was there. Smith gave a handball now to McFarlane. Inside forward 50. One-on-one. Hume and Hillier. Hillier got ragdoll. Has he got pace? Does it sit? Shoved in the back. And Hillier will win another free kick. Hume has given away another one directly in front. Tyler's going to get 2 inside the first 5 minutes of play.
This is what he's good at, Tyler. He'll put pressure on you if the ball's one-on-one, especially when it comes to Grant. He's got pace. He's got good balance. The umpire, the free kick was definitely there too, but the good signs there from the Tigers are positive signs from Morwell at the moment too. Some of their matchups are very good too, and we'll talk about that very shortly after Tyler has his kick.
So point blank range, top of the square. Hillier should not miss and doesn't miss, and he gets the 2 opening goals for the Tigers, and that's the start that they wanted.
Yeah, 2 goals, 1-13. Morwell Leongatha yet to get inside their forward 50 or score on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Very good signs here from Morwell. Berkeley McFarlane's been in everything so far in the early parts of this game too, and we haven't got our iPad here, but we have been playing 5 minutes already, and we'll go to that part of it. But very good signs, good matchups through Morwell. Grant, a great mark at half forward. They need to capitalise on this advantage down this highway end.
As the ball comes back into the middle, the two ruckmen will go at it again. Willis and Burr. Big Willis gets his hands onto it. No free kick there, going to end up and go McAuliffe way. They've got all the play at the moment, the Tigers, and are taking advantage of it by putting 2 early goals onto it. Kicks coming through, and Maskell there in front, as he always is. Got the handball out, looking for, but not able to find anything. Anderson picked the ball up. He's wrapped up straight away by the 2 Leongatha Parrots players, and we'll have a ball up here. In front of the commentary box, grandstand side here at the Morwell Recreation Reserve, ticked over 6 minutes. It's the Tigers by 13 points as Willis got the tap down at Bailey. Grant, he's wrapped up straight away in a strong tackle there from McRae. And we'll have another ball up here in front of the Parrots bench. Umpire Pete Perillo doing it there. Willis got the tap ball. There's Archie Grant again getting his kick away. Scrubbing kick towards LaPraise. He's able to trap it with 15 to go. Gets the handball over, looking for Bailey. Wasn't able to be clean with it. Ball's wrapped back in there through Forrester. And the umpire will come in 45 metres out to ball it up inside Morwell's 50.
Boxer for Carpet Country, key matchups. Have you noticed anything major? Who's on the Leongatha forwards and backs?
I do like Zach Anderson on young he's not Ganane, it's Granham. What's his name again?
Jensen Garnham.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really good matchup as well too.
So free kick's been paid out of the ruck contest there, Timmy. Went to the big ruckman in Burr, and he's outside 50. Wobbly kick inside 50. He's going to find touch only just and trickle over for a boundary throw.
The other one too, though, Aidan Quigley finds himself in a half-back flank these days as well, and he gives him good rebound. But he's got Ganane too, and he's just sort of dictating how things sort of pan out. So
I think they're rolling. They
roll through. So
Brown will go back there at stump stage. So front spot there was Smith, although picked it off from Vanderpleit. A quick kick from Alga, put it out of bounds on the full, and the Tigers will reload through Zach Anderson. So Anderson had the Tigers lead at 2-1-13, the Virtue Home scoreboard this opening quarter for round 6 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. And Anderson now gets the call to play on. Goes to the top of the 50. Might be picked off. It is by Turton. And a poor kick. And they want to move it quick to the Parrots. The Tigers, though, have shut them down. And Turton has to come back to the near side where that kick just came from. Garnham's a long way from home. Couldn't mark it. Strong tackle by Riley Lopez. Head over the football was Forrester. Anderson will come in to tackle. The Tigers have got numbers everywhere. Or is it just the pink Guernseys that I'm seeing?
No, they're certainly
definitely
got numbers.
Definitely got numbers around
absolutely.
the ball, and as well, they're really shutting it down in their forward 50, their forward half at the moment. So they're really pressing hard.
Ruckman, Willis from the back, he gets the tap down, and umpire's paying a free kick, and it's going to go against Willis here. It'd be interesting to know what the free kick count is there, Scotty, if you've got it there.
6-zip.
6-zip. Wow. Anderson, he looks to try and get the ball inside. A handball that he didn't need, just needed to put it on the boot. And McAuliffe is wrapped up and he'll go over the boundary line. Umpire Cullis will come in though and say, I had my whistle before the boundary umpire.
It's always
we'll have a ball up.
Always interesting on these, isn't it? 6-0 free kicks. Are they there? Is it just the way that the game's going that you get the free kicks? Is that how it works?
That's 3 from the ruck contest so far.
Yeah.
So Willis smart there, didn't even wrap it up, just got his hands clear. Archie Grant sees the ball over and we'll have a boundary throw in. So interesting, as you say, sometimes it's rubber the green, you're in front and that's where you should always be, but 3 coming out of the ruck contest early, these guys will need to be to switch up how they do things.
So boundary throw in. Margin sits at 13 points. Willis taps it down, but on the move there was Bailey. Taps it forward to McAuliffe. Straight line, straight through Elgar. Although they stand tall, Bushman gave a quick handle to McRae and another strong tackle for the Tigers. That was a fair one. That one was by Harry McCall. And another stoppage top of the 50. They've come with intent, the Tigers, today. And this time Willis tries to get it towards the boundary line. Bailey picked it off, gave it to his brother in Brandon. Handball to himself. Now some Leongatha numbers around, but a little tap from Bailey was good. Van der Plyt to Turton. Back to go to Maskell. And the left foot kick inboard. Does it find Ganane? It does. And a half-back flank. Jack Ganane has it. Looks up. There's no one forward for Leongatha. He's just got to wait or go short. He goes to the ladder and finds Maskell.
Just with your jumpers, it literally looks like Morwell has about another 10 blokes out on the ground just when they're all together.
Absolutely.
Something with that,
and
all that pink.
Again, they got 5 around this contest again. Quigley will give it to Gray. He left it behind. Turton's got 3 to beat. He dives in. The Tigers with numbers. Turton fights. There's Brill. Now Forrester comes in. There's a free kick for the Parrots as the Tigers were away as well. Talon Brill will have the free kick.
Brill from half-back flank. Goes inboard looking on that 45, looking for but wasn't able to find there. And Hume, he's got to be good with it. He wasn't. Was Harry McCall, delivers the ball back inside 50, but there's that Maskell there. And he's now called to play on. He wasn't called to play on when the ball stepped over the line, but comes out wide to Lindsay. Lindsay looks for the hit up and then finds young McRae. McRae looking to get the ball moving forward, and he does. He finds it there with Turton. He's got no one to give it to, so he's going to go handball to Garnham. His quick hands to Ganane. Clever. Turton runs on. Was it work? No, Anderson got there. He tries to get around Turton, which he couldn't. And the umpire comes in. We'll have a ball up there. First time probably in about 8 or so minutes that this ball has crossed the centre line and into Leongatha's forward end.
Morwell's 1-on-1, Scotty, aren't they? They're 1-on-1 now too, and they're not allowing Leongatha to play their free-flowing game.
So Brown at the back, head over the footy. Turton came and put on a tackle. Kick was partially smothered. Cooling was there, couldn't gather it. Smith handballs straight to Talon Brill. He explodes out of the stoppage, kicks to half forward on a long searching lead. Jackson Harry, front and square Garnham. There's a free kick. Advantage might be paid anyway. No, Carey says, I'm going to bring this back and we're going to pay the mark. So the mark's going to come back to Jackson Harry. That was better movement from Leongatha too.
Oh, every goal kicking against the wind's going to be worth 2 or 3 for him as well. And Morwell's had all the play this half of this quarter so far. We've been playing 11 minutes. This is the first time or second time they've been inside 50. It's a great mark by Harry. They've played on.
Gives it to Talon Brill from 48 metres, unloads and puts it over the goal umpire's head. And the sharpshooter knows how to find the goals, Talon Brill.
Yeah, he's had a massive year, Talon Brill, and we saw him kick 5 in a game. Or was it 7, Scud? It might have been 7.
You predicted 10.
Yeah, I said 10, but he got 7. But no, look, he's had a tremendous year as well. They actually got the goal on the rebound, but because they paid the mark, they didn't have the opportunity to do that. And Jackson Harry was smart enough to know that Talon was around. Good set play there by the Parrots, and a good little response there too, because Morwell's been on top so far this quarter.
Yeah, 2-1-13 Morwell, Leongatha 1 straight from their only forward 50 entry.
Virtue Home scoreboard this afternoon, being inspired by the ranch-style Windsor out there at Virtue Homes. Marriott out the middle, forward handball to Skelling. They go inside forward 50 again. This time Garnham's there. Blew it with the spoil down. Argento front and square, tried to get a handball away, couldn't do so. Shuffled out the back, little quick kick by McRae. And in a blink of an eye, Leongatha got 2 with inside 30 seconds. Good play from the Parrots.
Oh, this is where they hurt you. The Parrots hurt you when they go inside. They're damaging. They make an opportunity every time they go inside 50, and they hurt you when you do that. And if you're flat-footed, the pressure's on. It was a great kick out there by Sculling, put them all under pressure then too, and Garnham's great contest created that goal.
Yeah, 2-1-13 Morwell, 2 straight 12 Leongatha, 2 inside 52 goals.
You can't allow Leongatha a forward handball out of the stoppage. I don't know where the sweeper was on that occasion for the Tigers, but that was just too easy. And it was the ruckman in Sculling who was on the end of it.
Yeah, Marriott, quick hands back to Sculling as he went through and kick inside. When there's a 6-6-6, it doesn't matter. There's no help for those guys back there. As Sculling goes back up again, he gets the tap down. And a secondary one, couldn't quite make anything out of it. Quigley got the handball out coming towards Grant, who's been busy here on the wing. He barrels it inside 50. Mark Daddy says if you can. No one does, but it was McDonald. He tried to take on the tackler, and the umpire is going to call, holding the ball. And this is their pressure. Leongatha, all of a sudden, it's taken them 2 minutes to settle, but now all of a sudden they've got control of the game.
And finding loose players, Tim.
Absolutely, he is. Brill was by himself. He had 5 metres of space. He'll look to come back down the wing side here. It'll be Sculling that'll go at it. Well, Ganane, Sculling front position, wasn't able to get anything out of it. Coming through, looking to get the handball out of there was Smith. The umpire said, I'll have it here, and we'll ball it up in front of the Leongatha Parrots bench here at the Morwell Recreation Reserve. It's the Tigers by a point. We've ticked over 14 minutes in this first quarter as Smith takes front position and gets it. Sculling got the secondary tap, though. Grant for his number of possessions early in this first quarter. Maskell stayed down. Handball to Brill. He looks to take on the Morwell defender. He does. Cuts back inside looking for Ganane. Wasn't able to take there. Was cut off there well by Mac Blewett, and he'll get the free kick.
So Blewett on the wing for the Tigers. They lead it by a point at the moment. And Mac Blewett, wobbly one off the outside of the boot, and Maskell reads this one. Takes the mark, goes inboard quickly. He's got Van der Plyt and a runner in Marriott. Handballs, and Marriott looked to handball, now kicks. The change up was okay. Linton in his 100th game takes the intercept mark. Nearly got ran by Argento. Turton was there, gave a handball off to Harry. He had to go backwards to Borshman. Borshman's kick was smothered. Head over the footy was Quigley. Handballs back to Linton. Cooling's there. Advantage now will be paid in the middle of the round. Drives it to centre half forward. Target will be McDonald or McCall. McDonald was the second one. His kick was smothered though. Nicely done by Lindsay. Taps it out to open space. There's no one there for the Tigers. And Leongatha will repel this forward entry. And Alga gets it out to the far side where Littlejohn can go up and take the mark of the wing.
Littlejohn comes back in board looking for, wasn't able to there to find Turton. The ball's come back into there. Handball comes straight back out. Alga went left, then he came back to his right, looks to go forward to Garnham. Nothing was there. Ball's coming back inside 50. Unable to get his hands onto it there though was Argento. He's wrapped up straight away. Ball's come back out. Plenty of time given there by umpire Cullis to get rid of it.
Free kick.
And now we've got a free kick going to Leongatha, and it's going to end up there in the hands of Borshman. Borshman about 60 metres out. Looking to go. He's just been told to go back around on his line. Not much movement going on in the Leongatha forward line at the moment, so he's going to have to call to play on now. Comes in from about 35 out. He's going to put it up there. The big ruckman from Morwell wasn't able to get their hands on it. Back line of defence. Marriott's got him wrapped up straight away, and he's been called for holding the ball was McAuliffe. He looked to go over the point post, the point line there, but Marriott was too strong to allow him to move over the line boxer.
Yeah, he took him on though. That's the big problem here too, and it was quite obvious from where we're sitting too that he had the opportunity to kill the ball and he didn't, and he brought it back into play. And when you've got the ball in front of you, you ain't going to get past him.
Umpire Carey's called time back on as Marriott in the tight pocket here at the Morwell Rec Reserve comes in, puts the ball through, and it's a minus score.
Traditional drop punt too from the right foot of Marriott on that occasion on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
2-1-13 each of two.
So locked up. The Tigers had the first opening 5 minutes. They're on fire, but the next 10 has certainly belonged to Leongatha into the breeze. As the Tigers look to bring this back in, and it will be through Cooling. Will come to the near side, kicks to the wing. The target will be McCall, and at the back was Linton. Now they're away, open space. Linton drives it in, and Cohen Campbell has got some wheels if it sits, and it doesn't. Well done by Bent Velzen. Gave a handball to Westaway. His kick was partially smothered. No, I thought that was touched then through our effects mic, but McDonald, Cody that is, and his errant kick will go out of bounds on the full.
I don't think Westaway quite got it on the boot, Scud. I think it might have been right on the toes.
Was it? Made that noise of a tapping sound. 17 and a half, 3/4 minutes into this first quarter for Virtue Homes. Scores are locked up.
I'll make a tap in Sam when I walk, Scud.
Yeah, okay. We didn't get through your joke today either.
No.
As Leongatha have it now on the half-back flank. Brill will switch it up. He's got a player out the far side of the ground now. He's got one over the top if Elgar can see him. It's Lindsay. Elgar will kick to him now, and Lindsay's got some space, and he will run away from McDonald. Right foot kick to half forward to Skelling. Can't complete the mark. Burr, though. That was Charlie. Left it behind. Argento got it, then got dumped. Inside forward 50 kick from Borshman at the toes. And the Tigers will have some numbers. Blewett will give a handball off to the running Bailey. That's Boyd. Inboard to McFarlane. Can mark, turn, look and kick. He's got Lopez. And now a handball inboard. They've worked this well, the Tigers. This is an important one. McCall can find a target. No. It gets out the back. Jackson Burr's there. Took on the tackler. That's holding the footy. The build-up was good. The execution with the final kick just not quite there. Scores locked up. Leongatha ball.
Ball comes out this side, grandstand side through Cade Maskell, looking for the big Benny Willis, but Burr was able to get there. Brandon Bailey was at the follow to Merkley McFarlane. His little chip kick. Smart play there by McFarlane, just steadied. He could have blazed away at the goals, but instead he's found Harry McCall.
Perfect.
He's a nice athlete, this McCall. I just like the way he covers the ground too. Scotty, you've seen him play a fair bit through juniors.
Yeah, he goes all right. He's good in the air as well. He's got really strong hands overhead.
That was perfect by Berkeley McFarlane.
Yeah,
really in composure in that tough situation. You could just blaze away from 40. Lower the eyes, know your limitations, hit up McCall.
McCall needs to start this at the left goal post as he comes in from 35. He started it out wide. The wind's boarded all the way back.
There's a bit of a breeze.
I was going to say the breeze has got stronger again, and he puts it through for a great goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, lucky he didn't go that right goal post that Scud talked about earlier in the quarter. But great finish. Jeez, he moves well. One thing about Morwell is that when they're in transition, they look fantastic. And they started with Boyd Bailey, and he found the options. If they keep moving forward the way they are and really put pressure on Leongatha on the transition, they need to score heavily now to make sure they can get into quarter time with a really hefty lead.
And back to a 6-point lead for Morwell, 3-1-19, Leongatha 2-1-13 on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Yeah, of course, big moments for the Morwell Bowling Club. Might just be the breeze this afternoon. How much is kicked towards the right of your radio towards the highway end? And that is all thanks to Morwell Bowling Club. Burr tapped it down again. McAuliffe left it behind. Forrester with a little quick kick. Out there for Skelling. Has to bend over. Couldn't do so. Shuffled out somehow, gets to Argento. Kick inside forward 50 it goes. Back there was Brown. Little death tap there. McRae might try to run onto this one. Brown, Brill keeps his feet twisting and turning. Shrugs a tackler. Does he? Not quite. Handball under pressure to Harry. Tries to bust his way through, does Harry. Brill followed it up. Took on a tackler again. And that will be holding the footy as well. Tigers defence stand tall.
It was great defence there to the Tigers too, because they're dangerous inside 50 Leongatha. They like to push the ball forward, and they did that at every chance they did. But the Tigers are good enough to be one-on-one.
Campbell blew it with a strong tackle. Now relieving kick out wide. Charlie Burr's the target. Can't complete the mark. Willis comes in. Kick was smothered. Here's McFarlane again to Lopez, to Boyd Bailey, to Brandon Bailey. Just missed the target by hand. Soccer off the ground's going to work. Smith is there. Sold some candy. Has a bounce. Zambrero goal coming up. 2 bounces. No. He gives it over the top. And now running into an open goal and going bang for the Tigers is a jumper change, and it's Cohen Campbell.
What a great finish again. It was nearly identical to the last goal they kicked on transition. They just got the ball moving forward, and they ran it hard, and they got Leongatha unexpectedly on the hop again. So it was a great finish. Leongatha looked dangerous where they were going to kick a goal, and then the Tigers, beautifully done, and Tom Smith, a great effort there too.
Last 2 centre clearances, Leongatha, but crucially last 2 goals. Morwell, they lead 4-1-25. Leongatha 2-1-13 on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Scott, I'm going to quickly go around the grounds before the ball's balled up there too. Hawks are going to try to go back-to-back thanks to Gippsland, Harvey Norman. It is 37-28 in the second quarter. The advantage to the Hawks.
Umpire balls the ball back up into the middle. The 2 ruckmen go at it. Willis got the tap down easily. They're coming through. They're getting the kick out was Bailey. Lopez was in front. Wasn't able to take it through. Taking on the tackle and getting through it there. Ended up being McAuliffe. Handballs back to Brandon Bailey coming forward. Westaway, he wasn't able to take the mark. At the fall of the ball coming through there. Ended up being McDonald, but he's missed it to the far side and through for a minor score.
Well, that was dangerous play then too, and just an unfortunate finish there by Cody McDonald. He had more time than I think that he thought he didn't have, and Made a meat of it.
He made a mess of it, I think, is what he's trying to say.
13 points.
No Leongatha player inside their forward half as Maskell brings the ball in, runs out and dumps the ball long down towards his Garnham. Looked to go up, couldn't get there, but he's first down. He's taken high. Umpire can't see it.
13-point margin.
He's going to have a ball up here. Ticked over 23 minutes here in the first quarter.
What's that umpire's name? Is it Pete Pirelli? Isn't it?
Pete Perillo.
Perillo. He's been around since Moses wore short.
He has. Coming out, Brandon Bailey from 60 delivers the ball inside forward, looking forward and finding, wasn't able to get there. Maskell. Hillier was at the rove the ball. His kick was smothered, and Maskell professionally will just, with intent, will see the ball over the boundary line.
He umpired a lot in the North Gippy, didn't he, Scotty? And he drove a soft top.
Nice little convertible number.
Yeah, convertible, yes.
Have a look at it. Boundary throw and inside the Tigers forward 50. They lead by 13 points in this opening quarter. They are kicking with the breeze, though. And it is all thanks to Virtue Holmes. Alga with the one-hand pick-up and the handball. McAuliffe has been strong and busy. And now he kicks to the top of the square. Maskell, it was 2-on-1. Leongatha win it. And he'll square it out wide. He tries to find out there Mason McGannon. And he does. Chips it over the top to Forrester. Good build-up by the Parrots. They're at half-back. Can they get the one in board? They like to kick there. Vanderplight's there if he wants to bite it off, but he doesn't. Decides to kick it down the line to a contest. And that one was a good option because Garnham came out to meet it. He's too far out to score, though. Tigers have got 2 back. They go to that direction anyway. It's a 2-on-1. And good spoil by Quigley. And we've got a boundary throw-in.
It's an England Ashes victory there for Morwell, though, making Leongatha kick long down the line. You haven't won the contest, but you made him do something they didn't want to do.
Well, from this, I've just seen a free kick being paid to Jack Ganane. As they came in, Jack Ganane wasn't real happy with the contest that Quigley gave, and then all of a sudden Linton comes in and just gives him one around the chin, which was untoward, and the experience of umpire Peter Carey will give away a free kick to Jack Ganane. So,
just didn't need to do it.
No.
They've done all the hard work. Leongatha, that's why Garnham had nothing to go to, because Leongatha were all pushed up into Morwell's half.
When it did go inside 50, it was a 2-on-1, as you said. They didn't need to do it. Give away a silly free kick. Leongatha will make you pay. They're undefeated for a reason because they're a bloody good side. And Jack Ganane will come in, leans back on it. Usually a good kick of the football. Make no mistake about that. Don't worry about any wind, tricky conditions. That one goes through the middle. And Jack Ganane opens his account for the afternoon.
Yeah, I think they'll rue that mistake there too by McAuliffe inside 50. He went for the pass, he tried to do the unselfish thing where he was only 30 or 40 out and he could have had a balanced up and straightened up and had a shot and gave it away and turned it over, and it's cost him a goal at this end too. But yeah, just one of those things that you've got to take those opportunities when they come.
4-2-26 more will lead Leongatha 3-1-19 on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
Peter Carey, 307. AFL games, there you go.
And 2 Gippsland League games. He did a third game a couple of weeks ago with our good man Timmy Sexton next to us in the box as well.
Big Charlie Burr got the tap down, looking for, wasn't able to find anything unclear. Vanderplyt, he found Forrester. His left boot goes raking, get inside 50, going back with it, and taking the mark there though was Quigley. Looking left, trying to find a hit-up target, and he does. He finds the coach there in Boyd Bailey. He'll go out on his left foot and find McFarlane. He's got a runner with him if he chooses to use him. He doesn't. He comes backward and then goes back over the top and eventually finds it out there in Tyler Brown. Brown 60 metres out on that far wing. Comes back inboard looking for the lead, finding over the top of the head. And there's that man, just reads it so well in Cade Maskell. And that would be another relieving mark that he's taken already in this first quarter. Nash, he's going to come wide and find Hume. Hasn't got much movement up ahead though. Going to look for a little short pass and he'll find Little John.
Clever, Tim.
Would you like that?
Little short pass to Little John. Little short pass is his brother.
Said by a little bloke.
Little John goes long looking for the contest and they all go up and man in front.
Oh, Harry.
Linton,
no.
Nothing. No. Well, Linton had his hands on it first. Harry was second to it.
He might have been third deep.
And both benches claiming the mark for their side. You probably say the umpire's got it right.
The umpire goes, I'll have it.
He was a little short.
He was scaling, but Burr got the tap down. McFarlane got onto it. He gives the handball over. And a free kick advantage has been paid there, throw through McAuliffe. His handball off the top to Riley Lopez from 45 out. Oh, he spent it before he had it.
He fell over his shoelace.
He fell over something. Boyd Bailey's wrapped up. And we'll have a ball up inside Morwell's 50, 27 minutes gone, nearly 28 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's good to see that the teams have been kicking straight. There's 7 goals already in this.
Yep.
So that's $70 that we're going to be going towards the Breast Cancer Network here at Morwell Rec Reserve.
Absolutely. 7 points is the margin. Top of the 50. Hillier has it. Puts it back inside 50. Open space for Cody McDonald to work. Does it bounce for him? No, it doesn't. It bounces away from him. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 48 metres now around from the Tigers' goal. 28 minutes gone in this first quarter. Big moment all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Not too far from where we are this afternoon at the Morwell Rec Reserve. For a limited time, the 6th tap is better beer. As bent valves and handballs to open Smith back into this side, took it on, and then Turton rushed him over the boundary line. We've got a boundary throw in again. Boxer.
Scud, around the grounds quickly for Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. Moe have got off to a massive start here against Druin. 7-2-44 to Druin, just the 2 points.
Ball comes back in. Skelling had front position, got the tap down. Wasn't able to get anything clear from it there coming through. Hillier got the handball out, was tapped down by Hume. Get his hands there, he's cooling. He takes a tackler on. He's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have a ball up just outside Morwell's 50. It's stagnant the last couple of minutes here as the two teams arm wrestle through it. Burr gets front position. His tap over the back. Clever. Onto Bailey. He taps it in front of himself. It's the handball out. Looking for a quick return.
Oh.
Wasn't there. Marriott cut it off. He gives it to Maskell. And Maskell said, I'll get some clearance out of here. And he does. And he clears a nice 60-metre kick and finds Jackson Harry. Harry looks to go over and find a clear player in there. Garnham, he's being held without the football. Umpire Perillo said, play on. Not sure how that works. Brown, he's taken the ball over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, it looked to be that he was. I reckon Garnham actually was backpedaling to try and shepherd for the teammate that he had.
Yeah, but
then the other guy. So you could nearly call a shepherd.
No, yeah, but he only had one arm. He's got to have 2 arms to be able to go and take the mark.
There was 2 decisions there, and I reckon the umpire made the right one.
Boxer couldn't see because the paper was in the way.
So boundary
as
throw.
We go through.
29 minutes gone in the opening quarter for Virtue Homes. Borshman off this pack, kicks it high inside forward 50. Quigley has the sit, can't complete the mark. At ground level Ganane, there'll be a free kick going to the Tigers way in Quigley for holding as he dragged him down by the arm, Tim. In the defensive
2
back.
arms or one?
Just one.
Defensive back pocket. Nice little crowd building here on Saturday afternoon. Great to have your company on Gippsland Live. Quigley's kick just inside the field of play. Can't keep it in. And we'll have another boundary throw in.
Scudman, the match of the day in mid-Gippy that Scotty talked about before, more or less taken on Fish Creek. It's quarter time down there at Vary Street, and it's a 1-point lead to Fish Creek at the moment, so it's all playing out the way it's supposed to.
Burr with a nice tap down. Tried to run onto this one was Borshman. To don't argue. Back to Forrester. Got around one, then kicked it in the middle of the ground. Dangerous, although it might actually work out. Although it's 1-on-2. And Cooper Alga with a little bit of pace. They go backwards, Leongatha. You're going the other way. Scully nearly went the wrong way. Now Cooper Alga comes back this way with a nice little kick. Found Borshman. Over the top now to McRae. He looks up. Presenting. And finding on a lead, but taking the mark. Is he too far out to score? He says, Mason McGannon says, I'll have a crack at it and kick it out of bounds on the full. Right on the quarter-time siren. An entertaining first quarter. The Tigers kicking with what Scotty believes to be about a 2-goal, 3-goal breeze. And they only lead it by 7 points at the moment. It is, as the scoreboard goes off, 4-2-26. The Tigers leading Leongatha 3-1-19. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM, and it is all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
It's the Gippsland League, round 5, top 5. Kicking us off at number 1, it's Timothy Hancock from Druin. Just battles along here, gets it on the outside, and just nails it home. Coming in at number 2, it's Luke Garner. He gets the hand pass and then loads up on the left and puts it through the goals. And And it's number 3, Boyd Bailey from Morwell here, but he gets some assistance from his teammate, Mackenzie Blewett. Just goes the double-handed tap. He goes, there you go, son. And Boyd Bailey finishes with a great snap.
Bailey around the body, left leg. Has he swung it back? He has.
And it's number 4. It's John Butcher from Maffra here. Some beautiful ruck work. Gets it, spins. Let's have a look at that in the replay. Finishes with the barrel too. Look at the spin on that. Comes out like a torp. And at number 5, it's Lachlan Burne-Jones from Barnsdale here. Thought about picking it up, but he goes, no, I'll just go off the ground.
Welcome back. It is quarter time. The Tigers lead it by 7 points, 4-2-26, leading Leongatha 3-1-19. 2 goals to Tyler Hillier. He kicked the opening 2 goals of the game within the first 5 minutes. He is the only multiple goal scorer so far. Singles to McCall, Cohen Campbell, while for Leongatha it's Talon Brill and Jack Ganane. Of course, Trent McRae in there as well for Leongatha. Scotty, what did you make of that first quarter? All thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. The new D-Max is now available.
Yeah, Morwell really jumped hard early, and Leongatha did well to hold back the floodwaters there for a little while. And then when they did get their hands on the footy, they kicked those couple of back-to-back goals to get them back in touch on the scoreboard. Just having a look at a couple of the key stats here, and gee, they've been well taken by me. 3 kicks, 11 to Morwell, 6 to Leongatha. Clearances 12 to Morwell, 12 to Leongatha, and 4 centre clearances to Morwell, 3 centre clearances to Leongatha. But interestingly, the centre clearances for Leongatha haven't resulted in scores.
Yes, very well done, Scotty. Boxer, what did you make of that first quarter while you're working through some of the scores for us as well?
Yeah, I thought Morwell's start was excellent. I thought their one-on-one early really restricted Leongatha, and they really pushed the ball forward hard, and their transition footy was good. That was the result of probably their first couple of goals as well. Just lapsed a little bit in patches where allowed Leongatha to get back in the game. They made it dangerous once Leongatha got inside their 50. They really know how to capitalise.
So, Boxer, you are getting some scores for us for around the grounds. Have you got some the Gippsland League games for us? For Harvey Norman Furniture, don't forget, get 48 months interest-free.
I do, Scud, man, and I'm just going to write this one down. So, Moe, big starters here against Druin. 7-3-45, Druin just the 2 points. Ooh. Wonthaggi 2-3-15, Maffra 1 straight goal 6.
And Sale Traralgon, just quickly.
1 point to 2 points.
All right, we'll get that last game in a moment. Charlie Burr taps it down for the Tigers. McAuliffe is there, trying to duck the shoulder, get through Willis, and he did just that. Then runs through a Marriott tackle, if you don't mind. And McAuliffe drives it inside forward 50 for the Tigers. Campbell was there. Where's the Rovers? McColl's one of them. Handballs to no one in particular. Brandon McDonald goes to ground, gets one over the shoulder, says umpire Carey. And Brandon McDonald will go back, but how about McAuliffe in the middle of the ground?
He's been brilliant today. He's just like a bull. He's a little mini version of Tommy Marriott, I reckon. That's a big accolade, though, but I do like the way he plays McAuliffe.
What about running through?
And he ran through a tackle. Was it Marriott too?
Yep.
So
Brandon McDonald comes in, slightish angle, kicking towards the city end of the ground and puts it through the middle. And again, the Tigers have got one with inside a minute at 42 seconds to open up the second quarter for the Morwell Racing Club this afternoon. The Tigers are on fire.
That's a big get for Morwell too. They needed that early one too against the breeze. I think the breeze may have actually even subsided a little bit, but having said that too, it was a great start. McAuliffe's work through the midfield again. His game's been fantastic so far and rewarded with a goal.
Centre clearance to Morwell resulting in the goal there. They move ahead 5-2-32. Leongatha not added to their quarter-time score 3-1-19 thanks to the Morwell Racing Club.
Just got a bit of an update out of that Traralgon Sale game. Scores are low. The player's been stopped due to Josh Hamilton from Traralgon with some concussion there.
Absolutely. Willis got the ball, centre clearance going forward. Coming out, though, and taking a strong mark there was Linton in front of Skelling. Bring the ball out this side looking for and finding Archie Grant on the bounce. He'll turn around and come inboard over the left-hand shoulder looking for Cooling's got to go with it as long as Quigley, as Brill was coming forward. Wrapped up there in the strong tackle on that one there was Brandon McDonald. Not happy with some of the attention there was Quigley. A good strong tackle there coming through from Bence Velzen.
That's all it was.
Absolutely. We'll have a ball up. True centre wing here at the Morwell Recreation Reserve. We hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon listening to Gippsland Live as the ball comes in. Willis and Burr. Burr took front position as he has all day, but Willis cleverly gets the tap in front. Coming through looking for Vanderpleit. He was wrapped up straight away and the umpires pinged him for holding the ball.
Wow.
I'm not quite sure how or what he had in prior opportunity there, but anyway, that was the decision. Brown comes back in board looking for Cooling. He's going to go straight back to Brown, put him under pressure. His little handball tried to find Bailey. He dished it back out to Brown. Back to Cooling. They've gone nowhere. The Leongatha is starting to run through and Vanderpleit's wrapped him up straight away.
And this is where they'll get hurt more. They're just the decision making inside. Leongatha's going to hurt you every little time. They've got a little shadow on you when you're trying to get those little inside handballs, and they just did then.
Willis, he gets the tap out again. Handball straight over the top. Vanderpleit on his hands and knees. Swung around in a sling tackle. Wasn't called there. In the end was Littlejohn. Umpire will come back in and we'll have another ball up. Yes, if that wasn't a sling tackle, and the tackle on the bloke against Melbourne Carlton wasn't one either on Thursday night. Not that I'm dirty about that anymore. Still here, Archie Grant. He looked to try to take the kick away. Nothing happening there. And umpire Cullis will come back in for his third ball up in less than 30 seconds.
Very dirty. Is still a bit shady about that result.
Stop it.
As Willis gets this tap down to Marriott. Beautifully done. Left foot kick to a hot spot. In the front spot is Linton. Takes the mark in front of Skelling. And Linton will square it out wide to where Grant has a little bit of space. Looks up though, nothing forward of him. Might even look to switch this back again, does Grant? The numbers for the Tigers are on the other side. It's an inboard kick to Cooling and just hits him on the chest. And does he look to, can you go on the switch? He looks down on the side. Big ruckman there was Poodle. Sits it on his head. Can't complete the mark. Forrester give a handball back to Brill. He's got some pace and Brill puts it back inside forward 50, but Linton back there with the flight and will take the mark uncontested. Now they get the switch. I feel they should have done this probably a couple of minutes ago. They get it to Quigley, and then on the outer side working hard is McAuliffe. That's the play that they wanted earlier, you would have thought. McAuliffe now all of a sudden gets the footy towards the wing area in the hillier direction. Hume does well, but roving it beautiful is McDonald. He's somehow got to get a handball away. He does. Hume was there. Gets it towards the boundary line though. Smith for the Tigers. Left it behind. Play onto the umpire. And Leongatha will repel this one. And it comes out through Nash.
Nash, he goes long, but he's gone to nobody and quickly standing back there by himself. He goes to come back inboard and finds Cooling. Switches on if he wants it. He doesn't. He stays to go down the line, but it's a one-on-one contest and a strong mark taken out there by McAuliffe.
Been good for Gippsland Isuzu Ute this afternoon.
He has been. Looks to go off. He's called to play on, which he does. He then has to put a dump kick down the line, but it finds Anderson. He's 65 out. And inside 50, scrubbing ball. Wasn't able to take it there on the mark with Smith, though. He gets the handball over. Looked like it was Hillier coming back inboard. Trying to take the mark there was Marriott. Nothing there. Coming through and ending up with McFarlane from 40 out directly in front. And he tried to use a bit of breeze to bring that back, but it's gone through for a minor score.
5-3-33. Morwell Leongatha still yet to add to their quarter-time score of 3-1-19.
Morwell Racing Club scoreboard this afternoon. Save on meals, drinks and race day entry at the Morwell Racing Club.
Cade Maskell will bring the ball in. He's going to go bring it out to the far side. That raking left foot puts it out about 70 metres out there. Garnham went early. Wasn't able to get anything on that, but he was first on the ground to get the handball through. Coming out there was Ben Velsen. Borshman it was, sorry. It was Borshman there that took it, and Littlejohn takes a strong mark in the middle of the ground. McRae, sorry. He gives the handball through. Coming out to Alger on that left foot. He's put it out in front of Harry. Big bend down, he does. He tries to get around quickly. He does there as well. Puts it on the left foot.
Good care.
And finding there, open mark was Van der Plyte. He's going to centre the ball. And he's going to end up there with Sam Forrester directly in front at 45 metres out. And smart play there by Leongatha not to just blaze away.
Yeah, good work right there by the midfield of Leongatha. They just work hard back and then they work hard forward. So our midfielder Forrester, who's got it right now.
Harry was a good kick back in board.
Absolutely,
too, wasn't it?
he was good balance there too, and on the opposite foot too. So here we go with Forrester.
Forrester, left foot, he's just going to cross the 50. He puts it out to that right goal post. It's slowly coming back on the breeze, but it's gone straight through the middle. Trusty left footer that they've got there with the Parrots coming off that half-back line. And that was one that they needed to take advantage back from the Tigers.
I think on the rebound, Leongatha, and they do. And they're very well disciplined in regards to making sure they hit it to the bloke or their teammate in the best position. And they did it perfectly then as well. So a nice little finish. Just a little bit of worrying signs here from all at the minute too. They've just got to get their efficiencies back inside 50.
Leongatha open their scoring for the second quarter. They move on to 4-1-25, trailing Morwell 5-3-33 thanks to the Morwell Racing Club.
8-point margin and knocked it down there by Berg. Van der Plyte did well to marry it. Now he squares a handle out wide. It might be picked off from the Tigers through Brandon Bailey. Steps inside one, gives it to brother Boyd. Lowers the eyes to Tom Smith. He marks 55 metres out from goal. The forwards present and lead. Trying to take the chest mark there was McDonald. Then he trips up Bailey. Handball over the shoulder. Hilly is at ground level, goes to ground. Handballs backwards to Boyd. Bailey kick around the body. Lopez can't get a handle on it. Dangerous spot for the Parrots. Campbell will come out to meet it, but Maskell says, I'll just push it over for a boundary throw in.
I just don't know with forwards though too, and I don't think I did it very often when I played either, but if you know your backman's on your tail, you don't try and mark it on your chest, and use your hands. That's what they're there for. You get that extra advantage when you stretch it out. You wouldn't get that advantage, Timmy, because your arms aren't that long. But
we haven't had a Zambrero goal today contender. There'll be a ruck, another free kick out of the ruck, and it's going to go the Tigers' way inside forward 50, and it's going to go. No one really knows whose free kick it is there, but
it's off the ball, wasn't in the ruck contest. I was going to say, because Willis was behind, so I'm not sure how he was shepherded when I was watching the ruck contest.
And it's gone to Brad McAuliffe, who doesn't take any ruck duty. So good pick up there, Timmy. That's why they call you Razor Ray Chamberlain. As Brandon McAuliffe, who has had a very good afternoon to date for Gippsland Isuzu Ute. As the Tigers lead by 8 points, McAuliffe comes in, looking to get his first, puts it on its way into the breeze, and it pushes it across the face. And from 25 metres out, oh, that could be a costly one. Scotty.
5-4-34, Morwell 4-1-25 Leongatha thanks to the Morwell Racing Club, where they're actually racing Tuesday. You could do worse and get along.
Absolutely.
Maskell, as he's done all day so far, takes the relieving duties, and he centres this one out. This is going to go right into the centre square, looking for Willis. The ball's going out the back. Who's going to be first to it? It's bounced and it ends up with McGannon. If he can get the handball off, he does. Argento runs into 45. Wow. He finds Ganane at the top of the square, and he's going to go through, and he's tried to kick the ball over the net, and that is how good the Parrots are. 4 touches and a goal.
Wow. That took 5 seconds.
From full back.
And this is what Maskell does, and I've seen him do it week in, week out when we've called Leongatha games. He's got that extra yardage in front of him. When he gets that kick that he does, he can bring it to the centre of the ground. As long as the ball's forward, they press so high up, Leongatha, you get the win. And look, the bounce didn't favour Morwell, and that's the luck of the draw. But when they do, Argento is one of the best assist players in the competition. And he passed it off to the best option, and Ganane was in the best spot.
Yeah, second goal for Ganane, back-to-back goals to Leongatha, 5-1-31, trailing by just the 3 points now, Morwell 5-4-34. And I just noticed Archie Grant come off with what looks like it might be a leg injury of some sort, Box.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that one.
I'll have a look, buddy.
So back to the middle they go again. Willis will tap this one down. Van der Plyte tried to basketball it back to himself. Hillier, though, picked it off. Handballs across to Brandon Bailey. Free kick, didn't have the footy. As Brandon on the wing area looks up. Leading targets present towards the near side. McDonald will be the target. Maskell back with a flight. Got a hand involved. And over the boundary line it goes.
4-zip on the free kicks again this quarter, so heavily advantaged to Morwell again.
And total, where we have the first quarter, Scotty, can you remember those?
I'm not quite Paul Carter, mate.
Okay, I'll get you a minute there.
I'm pretty sure it was like, it'd be 10 to Morwell now. Anyway, I'll go back.
15-6.
15-6, there it is. So at the ground level there was Brown. Gave it to Hillier. Outside 50. Inside delivery looks good. McDonald won 2 bites. Got it. Directly in front, Brandon McDonald into the breeze. Love a set shot. That's
what you do, Scud, when you keep presenting. You know, you're going to be rewarded with with one of these good marks that he's just taken right now. So you just got to keep presenting. The thing for me is too, they're going to rue that McAuliffe miss. Hopefully McDonald kicks this one here while he has a shot.
Directly in front, into a stiff breeze, as you can hear through the effects mic. Oh. Does not matter, he kept it low. Out of contention for the win. The umpire didn't move, and Brandon McDonald's got 2. And the Tigers now get it back out to 9 points.
It's impressive how they can keep responding to Morwell. They've been challenged by Leongatha a few times as well, but they've actually thrown the challenge back to them, which has been fantastic. And it's all been led by their backline as well. Linton's had an absolutely cracking afternoon too, and his intercept marking and rebound has been great.
6-4-40 Morwell, 5-1-31 Leongatha on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard.
What did you find with Archie Grant there, Timmy?
He's just done a couple of run-throughs towards on the boundary line. He's just walking back to the bench now. He's got no strapping and no real trainers looking at him, so he should still be okay, I'd reckon, at this stage.
Anything at all that you can see?
Didn't look like it. He had a hand on his back hip, so back in his hip, so I'm not sure where that might end up, but we'll wait and see. Ganane, the ball's gone back into the forward 50. He spins around one. He gets the handball out, looking for and finding McRae. He's tipped it over his shoulder. Front and centre was Harry there, but he wasn't able to get in front, and Max Linton in his 100th games gets the fist in and puts it through for a minor score.
8 points to margin now. Leongatha 5-2-32. Morwell 6-4-40 on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard.
And it's going to come grandstand side with his kick out from full back as Maskell and Skelling look to go up at there. No one's able to take a clear pass. Smith puts his head down, runs straight into the bull in Marriott. He's not going to go far with that one, and we're going to have a ball up just in front of the Leongatha Parrots bench here.
He's been pretty important today too, Grant, off the wing. He's marked well, he's presented well too, so he's an important player to get back on the ground.
Scaling from the back, he looked to try and get it. Couldn't get a clearing kick there, but Marriott did well, got the handball out, ends up with Little John. Free kick coming from the umpire. He was dumped afterwards late. That might have been by Hillier, I'm not sure. He was slow to get up, and Marriott will take the free kick. Comes this side looking for Little John. Instead, he's got a clear open 50. Kick. A clear open 50, and Jackson Harry, just like a nice little training drill, Marriott, the class player that he is, just put it out in front of him, and he's taken the mark directly in front, and he'll kick from about 40 metres.
Caught on the back foot there too, the midfield of Morwell. They worked back to help out, but they just weren't aware where that kick was going to go. There was probably lack of voice from behind from players there, backmen, to allow Harry to have that open space. What a kick.
Harry's going to come in. He's going to cross the 50. And he puts it in from 45, and he's going to spray it to hit the goalpost for another minor score.
Morwell Racing Club scoreboard. You can save on meals, drinks, become a member today.
5-3-33 Leongatha, back-to-back points, 6-4-40 Morwell.
So Anderson rolls to the near side, which is a grandstand here at Morwell Rec Reserve. Beautiful kick too. And it finds Tom Smith on the chest. He's been a good recruit for the Tigers this year. Half-back flank though. Looks inboard, wobbly one towards the wing. McDonald will fly in the front spot. Harry flew second. No one could complete the mark, although Harry handballed back to Vanderplat. Somehow lands in the hand of Marriott. Ran through a couple, got it to the top of the 50. McAuliffe ducks the shoulder. Handball straight in the head there of Tommy Gray. Thinks that he has to go and back and get it. And Ganane sits on it. And then the umpire stops and props, holding the footy. It's against the Parrots. Will go the Tigers' way in Brandon McAuliffe.
He's been great, McAuliffe. His just inside work has been tremendous.
Plays on quickly. Tries to take on the Argento tackle. Has to handball now under pressure. Now Lopez gave it to Gray. They're in all sorts. Ricochets. Fortunately for the Tigers to Blewett's left foot kick just missed the toes there of Harry McCall. We'll see a boundary throw in. We've gone 15 and a half minutes. It's a 7-point margin in favour of the Tigers here.
You mentioned it early, Boxer, when they messing around with it with some of those short handballs, Morwell. They're starting to allow the pressure from the Parrots to take control as Skelling takes front position from the boundary, throwing nothing able to come. Turton went off the ground. He wasn't able to get anything from it. Comes back out to Little John. He's wrapped up straight away by Hillier, and we'll have another ball up.
Leongatha only need a split second, and if you're indecisive with your handball and you've got a player on, they're gonna hurt you inside every single time.
Yep, big moments for the Morwell Bowling Club. You've got to be able to stick with the Parrots for full 4 quarters to get the job done.
Scaling down to Argento. He looked to try and get his kick away but wasn't able to get it. The advantage has been paid as McAuliffe. He runs through the middle of the ground here. Morwell Rec Reserve coming through Westaway. Got his hands in there. Who's at the ground? Wrapped up there is McDonald by 3 Leongatha players.
You know what I've enjoyed about the umpiring today? They've allowed the game to go. So if there's an advantage there and it's a good advantage, they've let it go. We've seen in the past where they've started it and really upset the game. Today they let it go.
Skelling tapped it backwards. Numbers favour the Tigers. Here's McAuliffe again. He's having a game. Right foot kick from 55. Open spot, and Cohen Campbell nearly completes the chest mark. Didn't in the end. Leongatha dive on it. Umpire says ball up.
Oh, just a little, just that sort of inexperience from Cohen Campbell in as well. Went for the chest mark when the Leongatha player was right on his tail. And those are lessons learnt for later on.
7 points, Tigers pressing. McDonald taps it towards the boundary line. Little John snap around the body. Bailey ducks the knees and got one over the shoulder. It's that professional one, Timmy, where they just drop at the knees, don't they? And then all of a sudden the shoulder goes down. The umpire might not see it perhaps and gives away, and the free kick's paid, Tim. Don't look at me like that. I get scared.
No comment, Scud. No, it's not professional because it's actually not in the... clearly, that's your advantage. You've dropped your knees. The tackle was good until he dropped his knees and the arm slid up above his head.
Just offering up the data, 7 free kicks to 1. You can choose to do with it what you like.
Oh, Leongatha, they won't be happy with that as Boyd Bailey comes in. The margin 7 points. A tough kick from there with a breeze today. It's across the face. Might not even score in the end. Drops down. Defenders of Leongatha under pressure. Nicely done. Westaway's kick didn't go far enough, though. Hume overrun it. Now he's on all fours. Gives it back to Westaway. A barrelling kick. It's a wobbly upside down one. It might just come back. Can the Tigers get it back in? Head over the footy there. Look to be on the far side. I can't tell who that is. Is that my son? It is. Cooling.
I like the fact
Can't tell who it is.
Morwell's actually put a little bit of pressure on. I've never seen it before with the Leongatha defence, making them think about it coming outside of the defensive 50.
Quigley around the body from the stoppage. Inside forward 50 again. McDonald read that better than the other two who got underneath the footy. McDonald takes the mark. He's got 2 goals in the quarter, the only 2 goals of the Tigers, and he's got another chance to get a third and to get the margin out to double figures.
Confidence levels are up now with McDonald.
Slide angle. Distance won't be a problem. Accuracy is good enough. Through the middle. McDonald's got 3, and he's got 3 in the second quarter box.
He has, mate, and you know why? He's playing in front, presenting as well. So something that we didn't see last week. He had to really work hard for his kicks last week, and I thought parts of his game could have been improved, and I think I've seen it today a little bit better for his forward line movement. But I just like the fact that the forward line of Morwell have really put a lot of pressure on Leongatha's defenders and really making them thinking about the kicks out. And the kicks are really sloppy as well coming out of the defensive 50.
13-point lead to the Tigers, 7-4-46, leading Leongatha 5-3-33, thanks to the Morwell Racing Club.
Still haven't found a Zambrero goal of the day contender just yet.
Willis double-handed out of the ruck, and he's going to try and rove it, but he can't there. Coming through there again was McAuliffe, but his was cut off there by Turton. He finds Marriott. He looks up for his forwards on the lead. Jackson Harry, he takes it out. Garnham roves it on the left boot, bends it round.
There it is.
And there is your contender for a Zambrero goal of the day. Jensen Garnham on the left foot.
This is where they make me eat my words as well too, because then you see that with that turnaround and they really make you hurt on the hop. And what I mean by that is they just know when they win the ball out, Marriott, then the ball gets the ball inside 50. They're dangerous when the ball hits the ground. Having said that too, just a quick one, Sculling's just come off the ground, gone straight up the race as well, so there might be an injury concern there too for Leongatha.
Margin back to 7 points. Morwell 7-4-46. Leongatha move on to 6-3-39 with Jensen Garnham kicking his first goal for the day thanks to the Morwell Racing Club.
Just want to have a quick look. Jackson Harry's still out there. Gee, hit the ground hard after a big contest. He flew the pack, hit it hard, but it got the goal in the end, Tim.
Bird tried it again, but Willis was able to get over there and wraps up straight away. Jeez, he's a solid ruckman, isn't he, Benny Willis? He's been...
Big John Stud, we call him.
Big John Stud. He's been great for the league. He goes again. Willis, Bird, give that one to McFarlane. He tried to get the handball over. No one was able to come through there except for Borshman. He delivers a mongrel punt inside 50. Bounces once. Harry did well. Now he's going to swing around on his right. Free kick off the ball there.
Got him.
No, it's going to go to Ganane.
Ganane, sorry.
Yeah. Jackson Ganane.
It was silly. It was silly. It was just, I don't know, it was a brain fade. Scotty, did you see it?
I saw it. Sorry, Scotty, did you see it as well?
I was too busy trying to write the stats down.
He got rid of the footy, and then the pressure came and just got him over the shoulder.
I think, as we know, Ganane, I think there's been a bit of lip between Ganane and Quickly, I've noticed on a couple of occasions. But Jack Ganane's going to come in and he's going to have his kick from about 45 out. The slightest of angles kicking towards here, and this is a chance to bring the margin back to 1 point. If he can do this when it was just out to 13 only a couple of minutes ago. Comes in on the boot, and the goal umpire moves, but he snuck it inside that right goalpost. And just like that, despite the Tigers getting out to a 13-point margin, Leongatha go bang, bang within the space of 2 minutes, and it's back to a 1 point game.
And this is what Scott spoke about before. It's just about the ability of Morwell to maintain that level of consistency in regards to thinking what they do with the ball and how they do it for the 4 quarters. And these little lapses have hurt him. McAuliffe little chop off there with a handball, that hurt him. A Linton free kick now, that's hurt him. McAuliffe missed down the other end this quarter, that's hurt him. And then now it's only a 1 point game.
4 goals for the quarter, Leongatha, 7-3-45, only trailing by the single point now, 7-4-46 Morwell.
Ganane's got 3, McDonald's got 3. It's a good battle. It's a great game on this Saturday afternoon for round 6. Back to the middle they go. I'll tell you what, McAuliffe is on fire in the middle for the Tigers. For Gippsland Ozuja Ute, his high kick goes towards centre-half forward. Well, there's a rare mistake. Cade Maskell dropping a chest mark, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but Jackson Burr, he laid off then too. He didn't even actually put a lot of pressure on. He didn't read the play coming in.
So we've got a stoppage. Top of the 50 for the Tigers. Marriott was there, got a handball somehow out to Littlejohn. Barrels at 60 metres and lands on the chest of Jensen Garnham. It's an open forward line. They want him to go. The Tigers have got numbers. Decides to kick to open space. Borshman's ran on. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a backman, by the way. As Borshman takes the mark. The crowd wanted him to go quickly. He just waited, assessed the situation, waited for teammates to come, and found Matt Borshman.
Scud, when that ball was won at half back, 3 or 4 Leongatha players sprinted the length of the ground just about, and Borshman actually had him on toe. So all he had to do was weigh up his best option, and Borshman was the one.
Well, to take the lead, I think for the first time this afternoon, Matt Borshman, right foot kick. They won't take the lead because scores are all locked up on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard. Become a member today. Save on meals, drinks and race day entry at the Morwell Racing Club.
7-4-46, each of 2. If both teams kick another goal, scores will be level.
hey, jokes with me.
Not so far.
Anderson, he comes long out to the wing. Maskell was in front, wasn't able to take the mark there. Looking through to come through was Bailey, but wrapped up straight away by Willis by Burr. And we'll have another ball up.
Have a look at the 2 ruckmans flowing locks of hair, will you? Willis and Burr.
The umpires. And the umpire to come with it.
That's
so
right.
Willis, he gets rid of Burr, but then he's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have another ball up there.
Scud, we want some scores here for quarter time if we can get to them in the mid-kippy, but we'll wait till we get back to a break.
Coming through Vanderplate, he's been well. He's been on his knees for most of the day. Argento gets around 1, finds Forrester, quick hands through to Borshman. He delivers the ball forward. Is he going to get over the back? Taking the mark. Harry tried to do it again, couldn't quite. Ball came out and is knocked back in. Umpire Carey says, I'll have it. At the top of the Parrots goal square.
Jackson Harry, if you don't mind.
He has flown all day today, and I'm sure hopefully before the end of it one of them will stick.
He'll take one.
Absolutely he will. Garnham and Burr will go at it. Burr over the back. Anderson did well, got it to Bailey. His quick kick out, and then he finds his brother in Brandon, who takes a relieving mark, and then they'll look to go from the back pocket here at Morwell Recreation Reserve. 24 and a half minutes gone here in the second quarter, and we're all tied up, 7-4 apiece. Comes wide. Through, went over the marks. Westaway, he wrapped it up straight away. And we're going to have a ball up here in front of the Parrots box.
That was great work by Jackson Bird too. He kept an eye on Cade Maskell in that contest just to make sure he didn't have any influence, and he actually was able to block him out of it.
Tap down, McAuliffe tries to run on. Brill comes the other direction and shoves him over the boundary line. And as we said, 25 minutes gone. It's been a great game of football. It is a bit of a breeze. It's about a 2 to 3 goal breeze to kicking towards the highway into the ground, which is the way Leongatha are kicking. Morwell had the advantage in the first, Leongatha in the second, and all of a sudden we got a game locked up. Scores are level here. And the umpire will do a throw up just on the half-back flank for the Tigers. Half forward for Leongatha. Forrester kicks around his body. Top of the 50. Little John goes to ground. Might be in trouble now. No. Brown wrapped him up with the tackle. We'll do another stoppage.
Scott, it's half-time at Berry Street. Morwell East are 11-point leaders at half-time against Fish Creek, 44-33.
Willis did well, tried to take it out of there, couldn't quite. Vanderplot, he tried to kick it, but nothing happening. Umpire needs to come back in, and we'll ball this up again. Tight end to this second quarter. Burr and Willis. Willis over the back. McFarlane, he tries to get a handball out and does well to Bailey, to Cooling. He took the tackler on him, Forrester.
High.
And he's been called for a over the shoulder. And my fellow commentator here, Scud Cooling, was quite happy with that call there from umpire Perello. As Blake deliver the ball long here on the wing. It's a terrible kick, similar to his dad when he played. And the ball's going to end up over the boundary line and for a throw-in.
He wanted the boundary and found it.
Is that what you used to tell the coach?
I used to tell the coach. That's where I was kicking it.
Always the way. 26, nearly 26 and a half minutes gone here in the second quarter. Ball comes back in. And grandstand side, Willis over the back, looked to get it, and he did, but he's smothered there by Bailey. Coming through McCall, if he put his head over the ball, wrapped up, and we'll have another ball up.
In the AFL too there, Timmy, it's the Hawks still. They lead the Saints in the third quarter, 6-4-40 to St Kilda, 4-4-28, thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland.
Willis got the handball. Marriott had to tug at the jumper once, twice. Umpire's not paying anything there with that. Marriott's not happy, and Bailey saw the ball over the boundary line.
Nick Lucino's here this afternoon, all thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981.
Yes, I have, mate.
Yes. Just haven't had anyone recount those dreams just yet. Boundary throw-in. As we said, scores locked up. Argento with a handball towards Forrester. McFarlane was there to put on the strong tackle quickly. And we'll have another ball up. 45 metres out now from goal. Can't be too long to go before half-time. We've got the half-time wrap coming up very shortly. That will be all thanks to Gippsland Mowers this afternoon on this BCNA Breast Cancer Network fundraising day, as both these sides are raising money for a great cause. There's still a chance to donate. If you go to the Morwell Football Netball Club Facebook page, you'll see the link there. Not much happening here. Tigers had a free kick. They went lateral to the kick to Mac Blewett. And Mac Blewett will just kick down the line as he gets called to play on, looking for the touch on the boundary line, although three Tigers spoil each other and they find the boundary.
It looks like Leongatha have worked out the tag on Maskell as well now too. So young Hayden Lindsay is becoming that third player in the contest, just to allow Maskell to free up.
So Willis grabs this out of the ruck, puts one in towards the top of the 50. Jensen Garner will fly over the top of Blewett and take the mark, 49 metres, right on the boundary line. Inside forward 50, not going to come off. Linton was there, gives it to Blewett. Little kick's nice, found McFarland. And McFarlane wants to slow it down, as you'd expect in the back half, at the 28.5 minute mark of the second quarter. Kick down the line, Willis and Burr. No one can mark it. Out the back there was Maskell, gave it to Alga. Nearly got ran down from behind. Inboard to Marriott. Handball inboard is a nice one to Hume. They go inside forward 50. Linton's there for the Tigers to save the day again. And another intercept mark for the Tigers. Score still level.
Absolutely it is. Linton is just going to close. We're about to tick over 29 minutes here in the second quarter. And the Tigers would be happy with this to go to half-time at level. Maskell by himself. Brill spoiled in front. Get the handball out, coming out to this side there. Young Lindsay gets the Brill. He kicks it over his shoulder, looking forward, coming in. Anderson did well, kept it low. He's knocked the ball over the boundary line. And we'll have a ball up. Peppering again the Parrots, and the Tigers' defence is holding up pretty well, Boxer.
It's great work then too. I think Linton's probably taken 4 or 5 Paul Carter intercept marks.
Correct.
Burr from over the back, big tap forward, trying to find someone to run onto it. Throwing the ball there forward. Hume, he was able to get his can. He kicks a ball going towards centre there, and good mark there in defence was by Harry McCall. I reckon the Tigers have thrown everyone from their forward line into their defence to try and just shore up this game here in the second quarter to go in. Equal pegging. McCall's going to take his time. It's called to play on now, and he comes out wide to this grandstand side. Willis. Maskell goes high from behind. Brill comes flying through. And Lindsay will see it over the line.
He's a bit of a bull there, young Jackson Burr, Scud. who plays off half forward for the Tigers.
Yeah, good tackling pressure in that forward 50. Obviously, as we know, he's got a roll on Maskell. So Smith taps it down. Vanderpleit on the move through the run. Argento is there. Free kick will go Vanderpleit's way, you'd think. Back here, just a little bit overzealous with the tackling.
9-3 free kicks in favour of Morwell.
30 minutes gone into the second quarter for the Morwell Racing Club. It scores it locked up. Can Leongatha get a late one? Inside 50. Harry flew again. Ground level there was Brill. Took on the tackler. Got a handball away. Anderson was there. Gave a handball quick one to McAuliffe. Under pressure, dump kick outside 50. Will it work? It does for the moment. Although Leongatha through Maskell. Lost it. McDonald's come high up the ground. It's an open forward 50 line. The ball goes to the top of the 50. There's no one there. Alga goes back with it. Lindsay handballs over his shoulder. Now Alga again. Under pressure kick to the middle of the ground. Vanderpleit tried to get it to Marriott. McFarlane does well. 2 or 3 efforts. Siren sounds. And the Tigers' defence holds strong as Leongatha came back. In that second quarter, they trailed by 7 points. It's locked up. All square. 7-4, 46 apiece. And that went 31 minutes into the second quarter. It is Gippsland Live. We're going to quick break and we're going to come back, talk about the Gippsland mowers, of course. Halftime wrap. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
There's only 3 of them came off the bench.
It's the Gippsland League, round 5, top 5. Kicking us off at number 1, it's Timothy Hancock from Druin. Just battles along here, gets it on the outside, and just nails it home. Coming in at number 2, it's Luke Garner. He gets the hand pass and then loads up on the left and puts it through the goals. And it's number 3, Boyd Bailey from Morwell here, but he gets some assistance from his teammate, Mackenzie Blewett. Just goes the double-handed tap. He goes, there you go, son. And Boyd Bailey finishes with a great snap.
Bailey around the body, left leg. Has he swung it back? He has.
And it's number 4, it's John Butcher from Mafra here. Some beautiful ruck work. Gets it, spins. Let's have a look at that in the replay. Finishes with the barrel too. Look at the spin on that. Comes out like a torp. And at number 5, it's Lachlan Burne-Jones from Barnsdale here. Thought about picking it up, but he goes, no, I'll just go off the ground.
Hayfield 12.981 to Gormandale, just the 1 point. And Rosedale leading Cower 8.755 to Cower 6.440. Scudman.
All right, Timmy's just showing me some information. We talk about A-grade netball there, are we, Timmy? Is that what you've got for us?
We've got a result. The A-grade netball for Warrigal and Bairnsdale started earlier today. And result out of that one is Warrigal defeated Bairnsdale 55-45.
Beautiful. Thanks very much, Timmy there. Scotty, what do you make this third quarter? All important. You've heard during our halftime wrap there for Gippsland Mowers how important it is for the Tigers, how good Leongatha are at third quarters. What do you want to see?
Yeah, I just wonder if this wind actually plays to Morwell's advantage here, if they can get a couple with the breeze, get a bit of mojo about them in that third quarter where they have historically struggled. I think also Leongatha have been forced to play the game a little bit more on Morwell's terms. That quick inboard pass across the half-back line hasn't really been able to be set up by Leongatha across half-back today, so I'll be interested to see whether or not they go back to that or whether they continue to kick long down the line.
Certainly will be, and sometimes there's days like today. It was ordinary this morning. There was a bit of rain about. Conditions were a bit overcast, and then another band of showers come through. As the day progresses, the weather gets a little bit better, and it certainly has done that this afternoon. No rain now to speak of. The breeze has been quite strong for a half. It's still there at the moment. Potentially come the last quarter, that breeze might sort of just die down a fraction. I think the prediction is that it is going to improve overnight. So it could just, as you said, Scotty, play into the favour of Leongatha's hands.
Yeah, I think so. And the breeze doesn't look to be quite as strong out there as we look at the trees in the background now. And I just noticed Leongatha only returning 3 players to their bench.
Yes, Josh Skelling won't be returning to the game. I'm not sure exactly what the occurrence is there, but he hasn't come back out after half-time. Boxer mentioned he went up the race in that second quarter. So there'll be one down in terms of rotation, so a big down. I'm not sure that would be too much of an issue based on the matchups here looking at Morwell. But
Willis will now just stay in the ruck for the whole time now, won't he?
Pretty much he'll just roll that one through. So we're about to get the third quarter underway thanks to McDonald's Gippsland, and here's Daryl Cooling.
Well, Big Benny Willis will do the ruck duties against Charlie Burr, and the first one will go Burr's way, although Willis got a little fingertip on it, then a socker off the ground. Vanderpleit works hard at ground level, shrugged a tackle, lost the footy, and the umpire said over the shoulder. And the free kick will go Vanderpleit's way. At the middle of the rec reserve, into the breeze they go. He looks up, a big searching lead from Jackson Harry, and he will fly 3 deep. Turton put one hand up. Linton with a socker off the ground. It's come out towards Talon Brill. Took on the tackler of Brandon Bailey. Got around him. And now the kick was a little short one. Quigley handballs over the top to Brandon Bailey. Now to Boyd Bailey. On the wing, the Tigers thump it inside forward 50. Open forward line. Hillier will wait for it. Taps it neatly towards Brandon McDonald. Kick around his body. Bouncing. Oh. Misses. Minor score on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
I was getting excited for a Zambrero then that would have been very hard to beat if that went through.
First score of the third quarter, Morwell minor score. They lead by that single point.
They've come with intent, Morwell again, this third quarter.
Peppering early as they do. Maskell, he goes straight down the line. Anderson was in front of Gunn and then it takes the mark. He looks to reload and he does quickly, kicking the ball back inside and finding himself all alone there is Tom Smith. And he's going to go back and take a shot.
He's a thumping kick of the footy. Distance won't be an issue.
Absolutely, and he's just got to allow for this breeze. But as they've been in every quarter so far, Morwell, they've started really, really well.
They have. He needs that left goalpost, Scud, as we've spoken about many times before.
Got a great view on this, Timmy.
Absolutely, we do. He's standing right on it, and he should be, as you said, Boxer, just outside left goalpost. Allow the breeze to bring it back as we've ticked over just over the first minute here again. Smith, he allows it out at bending. That breeze is a bit stronger and the kick went through for a minor score.
McDonald's scoreboard, 2-point margin now in favour of the Tigers. Maskell quickly back into the field of play. Gets underneath it a little bit. Grant in the front spot. Didn't complete the mark. Oh, socket off the ground by Brand. Might have knocked out Jensen Garnham. Well, now he gets up. He's been falconed. He's okay. And that was a nasty one.
It was a nasty one. He clipped him straight on the scon. But he's up and making his way back to the forward line for the Parrots.
So Burr taps it to the open side. Forrester was there, twisting, turning, nicely done. Gave a handball back to Marriott. High kick, up and under. No whistle? No, I thought it might have been.
Yep.
It was. So Jack Ganane with the free kick. He's backwards of centre for the Parrots. Had some numbers roll back. He looks up. He doesn't know where to go. He might even go backwards. He does. Back to centre half back where Westaway takes the mark. And he's had an option backwards as well, but decides to go towards the grandstand side. Just on the top of Maskell's head. Couldn't complete the mark again. Smith will come in. One hand down. Head over the footy. Shrugs the tackle. Gives a handball. Beautifully done. To Hillier. Inside forward 50. To the pocket it goes. Spoil there came from Bent Velzen. McDonald was there as well. And Westaway threw it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Key factor for me today's Scarden team is the fact that Morwell's been able to go one-on-one, so it doesn't allow Leongatha to get that real chip game going where they can just springboard pretty quick.
Tom Smith's work rate was unbelievable. He's now taken ruck duties in the middle. He was doing a one-on-one contest here on the wing a couple of moments ago.
Big Benny Willis in front, got it there. Smith got the hands in there. Nothing was coming from that. He then being held without the ball there, and the free kick is going to go to Boyd Bailey, the coach.
He'll have a shot from here, I reckon, Timmy.
He's a left footer.
Absolutely. It's all in his favour, and with the breeze coming over that left shoulder, he should run round. No one's manned the mark. Argento's got his back to him. Bailey runs round, and he's going to, from 52, launch it from outside there, allow the breeze to bring it back. It's going to land in the square. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Rush behind.
Would you have a shot? Through. Would you have a shot from there, Box?
I would have thought he would have gone, instead of arcing around so far, he had so much space to go in, probably an extra 3 or 4 metres.
First 3 scores of the second half, all singles to Morwell. They lead by those 3 points.
Maskell out wide to Bent Velzen. Has it in his defensive back pocket. It's going to square it back up. Top of the square they go to Westaway. He's got Maskell over the top. He'll get to some space now, does Maskell. He's an absolute workhorse, this boy, young Cade Maskell. And a beautiful kick of the footy as well to McRae. Handballs back to Maskell again. Might get run down. No, he's up to it. And he finds the target in Garnham. Takes a really strong mark right in front of the Leongatha's coach's box.
It's been a great contest, these two.
Yep, Linton and Garnham. Kicks down towards half forward. Towards Jack Ganane territory in the front spot. Well done, Tyler Brown. Now the switch is on. They get it out towards Anderson. Has anyone pushed to the other side? Not yet. So they decide to handball to Bailey. Goes out towards Brandon Bailey. Doesn't get him. Now Tallenbrill will swoop on it. Kick around the body. Open space. They've got to work hard, the Tigers' defence. And Brill just might have been looking for touch in the end. He's found the boundary line and will have a boundary throw-in. Well done.
Yeah, that kick sits for Bailey to Bailey. And the Tigers were away then too. It was just over his head. Idea was great. Just the execution wasn't as good.
And you say that's the difference between the top class team, be able to hit that switch, and one that's sort of still working their way up as they are in the Tigers. The ball come in, Burr over the back, running through hard there was Marriott, wasn't able to get anything out of it. Bailey's going to be first to it. He goes straight off the ground and it'll bounce over and we'll have a boundary throw in. True centre wing, far side here at the Morwell Rec Reserve. We've ticked over 5 minutes here in this third quarter, and it's the Tigers who lead by 3 points.
I have to get 4 of those pink beanies up here too, because it's quite cold in the box here. Scott said he's going to pay for them too, Scotty, so we'll get 4 of those beanies.
We might need 5 and put a couple of them together to go over your bonds.
Big Willis got the tap down. Nothing's coming from it. Burr, he's on his hands and knees. Tries for the little handball out. McAuliffe. Marriott, he's wrapped up. Nothing. Vanderplyte on his knees again. Gets it out to Marriott. He's kicked forward to a 2-on-1 contest. Not sure. Plenty of hands in there, but we'll pay it to the bloke that was third back in Quigley. He comes back in board, missed the target, lands in Marriott's hands. His handballs, though, was taken away by Cooling. Clever. He dumps the ball long from 50. Great fist in there by Bent Velzen. Handball comes out and ends up with Brill. He goes over the top looking for and finding Turton. He finds Argento, who just spent it again before he had it. Wrapped up, though, in the tackle there is Maul, and we'll have it in the centre square. Anderson is the last one to get up off the ground. We'll have another ball up.
Do you know when you have first in footy? I've just seen today now that Jackson Harry puts his mouth guard over his ear when he hasn't got it in his mouth. So that's a first for me.
Good pick up from Boxer. Special comments for Carpet Country this afternoon.
Hey.
That is special.
Hey, put up your shorts, down your sock, but no, I'll put it over my ear.
Well, ball up.
No worries.
Ball to centre for the Parrots. Willis taps it backwards. Turton with a kick around the body. Inside 50 it goes. Open space. Free kick will go Tigers' way. Marriott will give that away.
I only picked it up because I thought he had an earnade on.
Well, which is okay too. Tyler Brown has it. Square it out wide. Finds Cooling. Will turn and go. He's got Quigley if he goes short. Finds him. By foot. Neat little kick. Quigley, will he go? No, he might give the handball back. No, he chips it over the top to Anderson. And there's 50-metre penalty being paid because the man on the mark moved and Quigley was moving to play on. But anyway, we've got 50. Quigley's got to move this one quickly.
It's a good 50.
Yep, open forward line. No one's on the mark for Quigley. Cohen Campbell presents, ignored. And he's brought him in the middle of the ground as well. Squaring kick out wide. Tyler Brown, run and draw handball. decides not to give it. Kicks to the open side with a beautiful kick to McDonald. Hits him on the chest. The Tigers lead by 7 with a McDonald shot on goal.
It's a great build-up. I don't know, do the umpires still actually have to say stand, Tim? Do they say it?
Yep. Yes, they do.
Clearly say stand.
Yeah, they have to say stand.
Yep, okay. So the rule has to be in place. So here we are with McDonald.
He's got 3. Slidey angle, 45 degrees. Starts it way left. Comes back a little bit. Actually doesn't make the distance in the end. And it's touched and rushed through. So the Tigers have peppered, Scotty, but they've all been minor scores.
Yeah, 4 minor scores only this quarter. They lead by those 4 points. 7-8-50 to Leongatha 7-4-46, thanks to McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
The Big Mac, the original mouthful, is now a little bit bigger. It comes with Mac Jr. and a grand Big Mac as well.
Maskell again brings it in as he has done all day, but he's put this one on Archie Grant's head. He went underneath it. Garnham there was first, though. Looking to get his handball out there was McRae. He's wrapped up. We'll have a ball up. As I said, most of the activity's been in the Morwell Tigers front half here in the first 8 minutes of this third quarter, which was important because they've had to stem the flow of what the Parrots have done, but they haven't been able to capitalise on the scoreboard with just 4 points as Berg got the handball out. And we're going to go over the boundary line.
Just one thing I've noticed, the Tigers' structure today has been a lot more organised. Whether they've worked on that, communication seems to be a lot better from the Tigers to what we saw last week against Maffra. They were a little bit all over the shop for me.
Willis and Burr going at it as they have done all day. Burr front position. Nothing with it with the tap though. Straight away he's wrapped up there. Is Forrester, and we'll have another crack at it. Here is umpire Peter Carey. Comes in to ball it up. 2 ruckmen go at it. Willis, Burr, clever with the left, needs to get some clearance out of it. McAuliffe tried to get through, but it came out from Burr to Bailey. He dropped it cold. Smith got the handball out. He finds it out there to Brandon Bailey, who ends up with Hilliard. If he can pick it up, it'll be good. He can't. Ben Felsen's done well this quarter. Tried to keep it in. Quick kick round the corner. Forrester, no one's able to take it, but there's going to be a free kick being paid. Umpire Perillo has called it for holding the jumper.
It's a perfect free kick.
I got it.
Front.
I knew what you were trying to tell me. What happened?
Trying to actually
playing charades.
It's just he was just wanting to touch it. I think that's what it was.
It was definitely there, that one.
100% it was, and the beauty of playing in front and putting pressure on your opponent was perfect. But geez, they worked it around well.
It's a big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. The Tigers have kicked 4 points in a row. This is a must, kicking with the breeze.
Absolutely, and it comes to the coach, who's going to kick it from about 35 out. Bailey on that left foot comes in. Goal umpire does not move and puts it straight through. And as you said, big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. Limited time on the 6 tappies, better beer. And that was an important goal there for the Tigers.
Yeah, 10-point lead. It could have been an 18-point lead if they really capitalised on the entries they've had inside 50 this quarter. And a nice little finish there by the coach, Boyd Bailey. But it was the work upfield that has allowed these guys to get it. Those repeat entries inside 50, they were finally rewarded with a goal.
5 scoring shots to 0 this third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Morwell 8-8-56. Leongatha still on their half-time score of 7-4-46.
You doing inside 50s, are you, Scotty?
Not a chance.
Okay. You've got a lot going on. Back to the middle again. Both ruckmen miss it. And now the ball in dispute. Smith ran into his own player. Forward handball. McAuliffe back with this one. Forrester's there and got wrapped up. Does McAuliffe. Or we're a ball up.
Tell you that, Tom Smith, very athletic too. He was one of the catalysts in regards to that set up there when Bailey kicked the goal.
McAuliffe gets up a little bit proppy on that occasion too. Willis taps it out the back. McAuliffe, though, shrugs off that little injury that I just gave him. Socket off the ground from Marriott. Goes towards Brill at his toes. Couldn't complete it. Anderson was there. Handballs out wide. Linton, switch kick. Well, it's on. It wasn't intended to come this way. And it ends up going to be okay. If it stays in, it does for Brandon Bailey. And he's got a little bit of pace. One bounce on centre wing. Has another bounce. Half forward flank. Little John chases. Bailey's kick inside forward 50. Big pack will form. Out the back, nicely done. Nash will give it to Maskell. Great diving smother from Harry McCall. Team lifting type of stuff right there. Causes the smother. Boundary throwing. Keeps it in the Tigers forward 50.
Yeah, those little things like that smother. Pity, we're on the radio. If you saw that, that was very inspirational as well. Those little moments will create some big things.
Jackson Harry's gone into the ruck scud, gone forward to take that ruck there. He gets the tap down. Marriott, quick clearing kick to Brill. If it bounces, it doesn't, but it goes to Vanderplyte. That player did well. There's that man Smith again. Cooling, dropped it cold. He picked the ball back up there, and he's wrapped up in another tackle.
Just quickly in the AFL, thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland, It's the Hawks again, 8-7-55. They lead in the fourth quarter against the Saints, 5-9-39.
Smith and Harry go at it. Smith over the back did well. Argento, pick it up, he does. Gets his handball out.
Pressure again.
Kick comes out. Bailey's going to be in the front leader there. Elgar comes through, attack the ball straight on. He picks it up, looking for the handball, doesn't get it. So then he goes on his left boot, but there's no one down there. Except for the Tigers players. I nearly called them the Bombers there. Linton, he picked it up though. Found Cooling. Comes back down on this wing. One-on-one contest. Lopez and Elgar. Elgar at the back. 1-2. Wasn't paid the mark. Little John. He gets the handball out. Elgar back to Maskell. He tried to squeeze one through there. Wasn't going to happen. McCall, he keeps it in front of him on the ground. Lopez is going to be first to pick it up if he can. He does. Bumps the ball inside 50. It's 2-on-1. Bailey going back with the fly to the ball. And a great contested mark there by the coach in Boyd Bailey.
And there wouldn't have been a lot of talk behind the ball either, too, because it was young Cohen Campbell that was behind him. It was guts personified there by Boyd Bailey, who cut in front of the pack to mark this. It was an inspirational mark, too. And I think for now, Morwell at the minute, their little 1%ers are the ones that are keeping them in front of this game at the moment.
Bailey, important to go back-to-back goals for the coach.
Identical spot, Tim.
Pretty close, Scud. Comes in on that left foot, takes a step around, pushes it around. The goal umpire again comes through, and it is straight through the middle. And the Tigers are trying to have finally taken advantage of all their hard work in this first half of this third quarter.
I haven't seen the body language of Leongatha like this for a long time at the moment. They seem a little bit off at the minute. Maybe it's the pressure, or maybe it's just one of those days, but at the moment, Morwell's taking all the advantages at the minute, and those little things I spoke about, the smothers, the inside gets, the tackles that are keeping them right in this game.
And defying those third quarter stats that Paul Carter gave us earlier, 6 scores for Morwell in this third quarter. They've moved on to 9-8-62. Leongatha still stuck on their half-time score, 7-4-46, thanks to McDonald's Gippsland.
Really interesting time of the game. 14 minutes gone, and third quarter, the Tigers kicking with a breeze, but Leongatha's going to go forward through Vanderpleit. Top of the 50. Front spot there was Gray in front of Ganane, and he follows it up. He gains another 15 metres. Handles over the top to the run of Cody McDonald. Back to Gray. He goes back by hands. Linton's there. Back inboard to Brown. Now to McFarlane. Chip kick out wide. Finds Linton just the required 15. And the Tigers hold strong. Another forward thrust was denied. Linton's chiselling kick. Beautiful. Found Lopez on the wing. Looks up. Inboard 45 kick was really crowded. Couldn't go there. Looks down the line. That will be his option. And it'll be 2-on-1, and the 2 will win. Cooper Elgar for Leongatha takes the mark at half-back. As we said, 16-point margin for the Tigers at the moment. Up against the undefeated Leongatha side. Elgar's backwards kick to Nash, to Westaway by foot. Just slow and precise, this Leongatha side. This is where they can just chip it around and carve you up. Talon Brill now has it. He's a long way from home. He's a forward. He's in his defensive 50. Outlet kick was nice to Littlejohn. Slow, methodical. Littlejohn's got Brill if he wants again. He finds him. And they're still at half-back flank. He's got nowhere to go.
Just said the Tigers have been set up well, their defensive structures all day. Brill goes down the line and he's just going to kick it in, and there he is. Linton comes through in his 100th game and takes a strong mark. They haven't had their clear movement that the Parrots have liked for much of the game, and the Tigers have been really diligent in making sure that they've held that defensive structure. As he comes back down the wing with the bomb. 3-on-3 contest. Maskell over the back. Couldn't get it, but it lands at the front there. Borshman, he looked to try and get it out, but he couldn't. He's wrapped up Archie Grant. Umpire Carey will come in. We'll have another ball up.
They've just been able to hold that rebound footy that Leongatha love playing, and Morwell have been really on top of that area at the moment.
Burr taps it down, then he got it himself, gave a handball to Quigley. His kick was partially smothered. Might go off the ground again. No, Nash as well, comes the other way. Picks it up and wrapped up straight away. Had to put his body on the line, did Travis Nash. We've got a ball up.
8 clearances to 3 Leongatha's favour. 6 scores to Morwell's favour, 0 to Leongatha.
Yeah, they've been good with that outside of that clearance sort of work. As you'd expect, Leongatha's clearance balls are in the middle. He took it out of the ruck. The umpire said holding the ball. So Big Benny Willis will take it From half-back flank now, here's Timmy Sexton on Gippsland Live.
It's a handball out to Elgar. He goes one way and then the other, gets around Burr. Lopez, though, with the smother.
Little thing.
Again, absolutely, we just said they've been doing the 1% things right all day, the Tigers, which they haven't done for 4 quarters for most of the season. So even last week against Maffra, took them a while to do that, and then even in that last, they struggled to maintain it. I think we'll have another. The wind got that one for the young boundary umpire. He tried to. It was about to land back on his head, so we'll have another boundary throw in here. Tough conditions for the boundary umpires, but they've done a great job all day. Here he goes, back again. Great job. Willis gets rid of Burr and gets the big tap down. Coming through is Marriott. There it is. The ball just goes through, looking for, finding someone there, but no one was there for the Parrots. 50. It goes to Gray. 50 metres, obviously didn't stand there, was Jack Ganane. He needs to get out of the way or he'll get another 50.
Yep.
He'll get another 50.
It was against Jackson Harry as well. He come through the mark.
Runners.
Is that 50?
Yep. Half-back flank to half-forward.
It wasn't as big as the 50 that we gave earlier today, though.
I was basing on that.
Gray's kick.
Yeah, Marriott took it. They're trying to go quickly here. Argento. Can they get the Tigers on the bounce? But they're set up well. Comes back into the middle. Vanderpleit. They're still in their defensive 50. Chipping away. He's got Elgar outside if he wants him. He's going to try for the switch, which is through Maskell. Can they make it work, the Parrots? Brill comes back in the middle. It's about 8 possessions in their deep 50. Brill goes on and takes on the mark, and he's got some speed. Goes long, but then the smother comes in from McCole. Brill followed up again with a second and third effort. He did well. No one's able to get it clear. It's going to come back out. Umpire is circling.
This is the difference what we've seen from Leongatha in games gone past is they've been able to chip, cut up the defence and then get the release. At the moment, they're not getting the release. The Tigers' defence or the press has been pretty good. There's Quigley again for the Tigers. Goes inside. It's a deep ball. Top of the square. Front and square. McDonald squeezed a handball out the back. Leongatha defence under pressure. Can they stand tall? Hume was there along with Bent Velzen. And they do stand tall. Another stoppage.
Great forward defensive pressure there by the Tigers as well to keep it in. McCole was the catalyst of that one. So they're really determined to keep the ball inside 50.
16 points is the margin in front of the Tigers in the third. Cohen Campbell from the stoppage around the body. As Zambrero, goal of the day contender as he gets on his motorbike and does the Charlie Cameron.
Wowee. Here's he got some jets, this young kid, eh? And perfect spot, front and centre. Great tap forward as well. Just hit it out the back. He was able to run onto it too. So some really reward for effort for the Tigers as well. They've been peppering the whole quarter and gives them a nice little lead now.
7 scores to 0 in this third quarter. It's Morwell 10-8-68. Leongatha still remain unchanged on their half-time score, 7-4-46, thanks to McDonald's Gippsland.
Does Scotty want to keep his pre-game tip? Leongatha by thousands, did he say?
50, he said.
50, I said.
Yep. 50.
22-point margin here. We're just ticked over time on in the third quarter, and the Parrots are going to have to do something if they want to get themselves back into this contest as Burr gets a tap out. But Big Willis rows it. He delivers a ball inside 50. Cooling was in front position, kept the ball in front of himself. Needs to bounce and sit for him. It does. Gets the handball out to Bailey. He looks to go backwards, but then decides to go down the line. It's a big contest there. Smith comes out the bat. Maskell, Lopez is on his tail though. Maskell didn't have it, and he's going to get a free kick.
Didn't need to do that one either.
Nope. They're in a position though that they just don't want to give Leongatha a sniff.
Yep.
22 points up, 21 minutes gone, third quarter. We know how good the Parrots are, but the Tigers have been good all day. Marriott over the back, wasn't paid. Forrester got the handball out. Vanderpleit, Marriott, Brill, he's open, looks to take the tackler on. He gets the handball to Garnham. Garnham delivers inside forward 50. One-on-one contest with the breeze. No one was able to get there. Ganane, he got wrapped up in a tackle straight away. We'll have a ball up. Just shows when the Parrots get open, they can just move that. It takes 10 seconds. They've gone from one end to the other. They're deep inside their forward 50.
That's all their forward handballs too, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gets them going.
Come through. Attacking that was Vanderpleit there at the stoppage. No one's able to pick it up. Marriott took one without the ball. Harry got the handball out to Elgar. Stepped onto his left foot, holding the ball. Didn't get it on the boot. And the Tigers' defence again holds up. And Coach Bailey just says, we're just going to slow this thing down for a second.
Campbell blew it again with a strong tackle inside the defensive 50. Look to come to the grandstand side. Smith might be the target. He might have a couple of Leongatha players to contend with, but worked his player illegally out in the back. And Westaway has it. Inboard, Marriott's all on his own. He doesn't go that direction. He goes to Brill. McDonald will close. Brill will take on that tackler and now drive a wobbly one inside again. Campbell blew it. Stands strong. Squares it out wide to McFarlane, who's been busy this afternoon. Inboard 45 kick to McAuliffe. Can't complete the mark. A little chip kick from McRae over the top of the head of Ganane. And Linton grabs it. Kicks it 60 metres with a breeze. Does it get Darcy Hume? Well done, Darcy Hume at centre half back, because Hillier had an open 50 to run into. Took the mark, squared it out wide to Nash. Tigers by 22 at the moment.
Absolutely, as they move it slowly out to the far side there in Borshman. I'll tell you how quick's Talon Brill when he wants to get on the break. Yeah. Borshman kicks it down the line. McFarlane cuts in and gets the hands in there. They've just got more players at the drop of the ball. McFarlane back on that true centre wing, gets a tap over. It's going to end up in the hands with the Tigers, who are going to see the ball over the boundary line. We've ticked over 23 minutes here into the third quarter.
I tell you, for a bunch of reasons, I wish Paul Carter was here, but I'd love someone to be keeping Brill's stats. He's had about 12 this quarter alone.
That's your job.
I was going to say, isn't that what we employed you for today, Scotty?
There's another injury concern too. Vanderplight's in the hands of the trainers on the bench here too for Leongatha.
All right, keep an eye on that one.
Argento got the handball out. Marriott, and he finds Harry. He's got to get it in there quick whilst there. It's a 2-on-2. Working hard back there was Anderson.
It's another wobbly kick.
Absolutely. Just butchering the ball going forward with this breeze, playing havoc with them. Anderson did well, worked hard off the contest to make it a 3-on-2 contest. Grant went up, nowhere near the ball. Umpire says play on. And the Tigers are going to be happy to see the ball over the line. 24 minutes gone, third quarter, and it's the Tigers leading the Parrots, the undefeated Parrots, by 22 points.
I tell you what, Vanderplight must be a very trusting person. He's getting his leg rubbed inside the groin area with deep heat. No worries, young fella.
So boundary throw in Willis. McAuliffe has worked hard all afternoon. He's one of the best for Gippsland Isuzu this afternoon. Delivery to Smith. Good spoil by Westaway. Smith tried to sock it off the ground. Westaway will see it go over for a boundary throw in. Really important part of the game. 23 minutes gone. Make it 24 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter. The Tigers have kicked 3 goals. Leongatha haven't kicked one. It's a 22-point margin. They are kicking with the breeze. If they can get one more, 2 would be a bonus. It will really put pressure on this Parrot side. They go inside forward 50 again. McDonald gave it back to Smith. Smith from 55. Over the top, Hume and Hillier. Hillier takes the mark. And this time he worked his player underneath it to take the mark. Tight angle, 45 metres out.
He's going to have to move around about 5 metres, Tyler, because he tried to just steal 5.
Yeah, and the umpire's now come around and said, here's your line.
It's like the way Smith moves for a big fella too, and he's very composed with the ball when he gets it. So he picked out his best option, and it was Hillier.
45 metres out. We've got a great angle on this one. Needs to go from left to right. He runs to the right, starts at left. Breeze brings it back, makes the distance. Hillier's got 3. And the Tigers all of a sudden get it out to 28 points. We have a game.
I was sitting behind that kick then too, and I'm thinking, where are you going, young fella? You were going inside out, but he allowed the ball to do the work, and it was a great finish then too, and a handy little lead now for the Tigers. It'll be just important now. They've got to sustain the concentration levels now for another 35 minutes. Maybe thinking it's another 5 minutes left in this quarter, but a great finish there by Hillier.
Yeah, 8 scores this quarter to Morwell, 0 to Leongatha. Morwell 11-8-74, Leongatha 7-4-46, and that's on the back of an 11-5 advantage in clearances for Leongatha.
We said at the start of the third quarter that this was Leongatha's best quarter and it was Morwell's worst. Well, they've been able to take advantage of the breeze and made sure that they've put this game within their grasp of being able to hold on. As they come out to the side looking for Little John, wasn't able to find it. Quickly took 1-2 tacklers on. The ball back there ends up with Bailey. Quick handball to his brother in Boyd. He went on the line to Maskell, another left footer. He's going to dump the ball line. It marks up. Argento cooling, but coming through as a third up was Tyler Brown, taking the strong contested mark. Got up a little bit gingerly there. 26 and a half minutes gone.
He has been hobbling a little bit all game, actually. Whether it's just a little niggle or a corky, perhaps.
Or is that his running gait?
Could
come
be.
Up. McCall tried to take the mark, couldn't get it. Lindsay was down there, got the handball out to Forrester. He couldn't find Marriott. He's going to end back up with it there again, though. Coming through, McAuliffe tried to wrap him up.
There's a young bull out there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
In the mould of
great.
Tom Marriott.
Absolutely.
Very much so. Harry goes up big, he does, and he tries to rove it as well. Forrest is going to be first to it. He needs to find a target. They haven't got any targets.
Whoa,
the target
wow.
he's found is 3 rows deep over the fence.
That Jai Makepeace with a stat and a good handball back.
Morwell are going to reload. We've ticked over 27 minutes here, third quarter. It's all been the Tigers. They lead by 28 points. Could this be the first loss for the Parrots for the year? As Forrester plays the ever defensive role and tips the ball over the boundary line. Half forward position here at Morwell Rec Reserve. Grandstand side, listening to the Alinta Energy Gippsland League, all on Gippsland Live.
Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland, the kitchen appliance specialist. As the boundary thrown occurs at half-forward flank for the Tigers. They lead it by 28 points at the moment. Head over the football, McAuliffe again. Shrugs one tackle. Don't argue on 2, 3. You can't take on 5. He got through 3.
Vanderplight's back on 2 for Leongatha. Just saw him have a big mouthful of pickle juice as well before he went on.
Cramping in the groin. Brill with a chiselling kick to Marriott. And completes the good mark. Under duress. On his back with a second grab. And Marriott half-back flank, but there's nowhere to go. The Tiger zone defence has been sensational this afternoon. Now he gets called to play on. Has to kick a dump kick inside the centre square, and Brown for the Tigers will take another uncontested mark. And this has been the Tigers' blueprint all afternoon. The defence have been rock solid. This guy's been good too, Smith. And the three-quarter time siren sounds. It was all the Tigers. They've kicked 4 goals to 0 in the quarter to break the game open and get it out to 28 points at three-quarter time. But we know this undefeated Parrot side have something in them with the breeze. We're going to game on. It's three-quarter time, and it is the Tigers by 28. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
It's the Gippsland League, round 5, top 5. Kicking us off at number 1, it's Timothy Hancock from Druin. Just battles along here, gets it on the outside, and just nails it home. Coming in at number 2, it's Luke Garner. He gets the hand pass and then loads up on the left and puts it through the goals. And it's number 3, Boyd Bailey from Morwell here, but he gets some assistance from his teammate, Mackenzie Blewett. Just goes the double-handed tap. He goes, there you go, son. And Boyd Bailey finishes with a great snap.
Bailey around the body, left leg. Has he swung it back? He has.
And it's number 4, it's John Butcher from Mafra here. Some beautiful ruck work. Gets it, spins. Let's have a look at that in the replay. Finishes with a barrel too. Look at the spin on that. Comes out like a torp. And at number 5, it's Lachlan Burne-Jones from Barnsdale here. Thought about picking it up, but he goes, no, I'll just go off the ground.
Welcome back. It is three-quarter time. It is the final countdown. I can let you know that the Leongatha Parrots did not score in that third quarter. And I dare say that's a rare moment for this Parrot side, who currently sit on top of the ladder undefeated. It's the Tigers leading by 28 points, 11-8-74 to Leongatha, 7-4-46.
Scott, I was just going to go to our stats man for the day and just wondering how long it's been since Leongatha haven't scored in a quarter.
It's been about 3 minutes. That's last quarter there, and I've got...
No, I can say against Wonthaggi, they didn't score in the second quarter. It was they kicked 6-4 in the first quarter against Wonthaggi when we were down there this year, and they didn't score that quarter as well. Wonthaggi kept them a goalless that quarter as well. So it has happened a couple of times this year so far.
Over you, Scotty.
Yeah, and I do have individual stats on Jai Makepeace, one possession.
I can let you know that round 2 clash down in Leongatha. They actually scored a 1 point Leongatha. They kicked a point in that game. But anyway, well done, Paul Carter. I did have
it was only 1 point. It was only one, and I had the right score, didn't I? Did I say 6-4?
I'll have to check that again. I don't know. What have we got to around the grand scores? All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture at three-quarter time. What's happening in the Gippsland League first of all?
Yeah, let's go with Moe. 14-9-93. Big leaders over Drew and 1-5-11. Wonthaggi back in front there against Maffra. 7-11-53 to Maffra. 6-6-42. Sale 6-11-47, Traralgon 4-6-30, and Warragul hold a 1 goal margin against Bairnsdale 6-4-40 to Bairnsdale 4-10-34.
I can tell you, let you know the A-grade netball result here with the match of the game here. The Tigers 50 have lost to the Leongatha side. Morwell 49, Leongatha 50. So 1 goal margin there in A-grade netball. We'll get you the Gippsland Live Player of the Day shortly. So the Tigers going down by a point in A-grade netball. How the scores there, Box, just quickly?
Yeah, in the Mid-Gippy, it's, Yanar 15-12-102, Hill End 2-4-16. Morwell East and Fish Creek are playing an absolute cracker down the road from here. Morwell East 10-5-65 to Fish Creek 9-5-59. Ribbon North 4-6-30, Newborough 13-13-91 and Thorpedale 13-12-90. Leading Tura 4-9-33, buddy.
Third quarter, it is about to get underway for Harvey Norman Computers. Here's Timmy Sexton.
Big last quarter coming through. Willis gets the big tap out, looking to go forward. Brill tried to run onto it, couldn't get his hands there first. As we have rubbish that just goes flying up past the window.
Someone threw a pie at us.
I thought it was another spider.
Big Willis again. He gets the tap through Marriott, gets the handball out and does well. Finds Forrester, his hands through Ganane. He's up forward, comes back inside. Argento, he couldn't take the mark. Harry got the handball out. Borschman, he gets the handball out. Vanderpleit, he's bouncing through for a behind. That would have been the start that the Parrots would have wanted.
Inside 30 seconds of this final quarter.
7-5-47 Leongatha, 11-8-74 thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, Gippsland.
Boxer, the Tigers can't go in their shell.
They can't, and I think Leongatha will just throw everything at them net right now. I just think, don't go defensive yet, just throw everything at it right now.
Brown kicks it in out of fullback. Linton with a big fly. Gets over the back. Linton's got a hand there as well. George just couldn't pick it up cleanly. Close to the boundary line, and Cooling and Ganane will see it go over for a boundary throw-in. Linton's been great.
It's been one of the best games I've seen him play. His intercept marking's been fantastic today, and really good calm head down back.
He played well last week. We had him in our best of our player power rankings.
Willis Vanderpleit off the roves it straight off the pack, delivers forward, but there's no one there. Linton's first one back. Bounce is going to go towards the boundary line.
So it looks like they have played a spare back. Maybe it's through this setup with the defensive side of it, but maybe that rebound footy, I think, yeah.
I think they just rolled up to the contest then. The contest was the top of the 50. I reckon one of the forwards rolled up.
Just rolled up.
And Linton rolled back.
Yep.
Ball comes back in to Ruckman, go at it in Garnham as it takes front position coming through Anderson. He took the tackler on. The umpire is going to pay, I'll have it.
Sorry, Scott, I couldn't hear you. We're in an enclosed box here, but there's more breeze in here than I've ever seen in my life.
Garnham and Berger did well. Got it down there. McAuliffe, he's trying to barrel through with his head down. He's not going to get through anywhere there. It was bull against bull. Young bull against the old bull there. And Marriott wasn't going to let anything happen with that one. Berger gets rid of Garnham. Coming through Brill. If he can take it, he does. He gets round 1, gets round 2, snaps it over his left shoulder. But it's through for a minor score. They're peppering here early, the Parrots, which they needed to do. They bring the margin back to 26 points.
Reminiscent of the last quarter with a couple of minor scores to open things for Leongatha, though, this time 7-6-48, 11-8-74 Morwell.
Anderson plays on, comes to the grandstand side. Target will be Jackson Burr. Maskell's there. Tom Smith had it. Cut handball to no one in particular. Found the boundary line. And we've got a ball up about 80 metres out from now Leongatha's goal. We've travelled 3 minutes. And Leongatha have had it inside their forward 50 to start this final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. Willis in the front spot, taps it out the back. McAuliffe was there with Marriott. Head over it with Brown. Shuffle out by Marriott. Got a handle out wide. Jack Ganane was there. Does it sit? He goes back to Argento. Missed him by hand. Took on the tackler of Grant. Good tackle. He got low as well. And we'll have another stoppage.
Just got to sustain it. They've just got to concentrate now for 25 minutes and really try and repel everything that Leongatha throw at them, the Tigers.
From the stoppage there, Marriott had a fresh airy. Grant, there's a whistle gone, holding, no, sling tackle, is it?
He held on to him after he got rid of it.
So he missed the footy, didn't pay holding the ball, and then it continued with the tackle.
Yeah, no prior.
All right. Marriott's inboard kick will go in the way of Garnham picking it off. It was Harry with the one he was looking for, but Quigley took the intercept mark for the Tigers.
And he'll release and look for and find the big ruckman there in Burr. He's going to want the runner in. He finds him there in Bailey.
Gone.
He's just put the coach. I'm not sure that one's going to be in. You want to review that one earlier on in the week. He has just thrown the coach straight under the bus boxer.
And we've seen that all day, like with their short handballs inside. There's just not been that war awareness.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You know, don't throw the coach under the bus.
The coach.
Willis, he works the front position. He does well, the big fella. Gets the kick out. Ganane and Anderson, who's going to be the front to it? Anderson did well, kept it in front of him. He's got the troops coming to help him. Ganane, he dropped it cold there, nothing happening. Cooling tries to get away from one. He gets the handball away. Bailey's up. Forrester, though, he's the first one to pick it up. Nothing coming out of that. Ball's knocked out.
Yep, throw.
Free kick being paid there after the 7 Morwell Tigers yelled at umpire Cullis to tell him that was a throw. Anderson.
No one on the mark?
No one on the mark, so he can keep going forward. He does, and he tries to find the target down the line. Good punch from behind there. We'll see the ball over the boundary line by Bent Velzen. True centre wing here. Morwell Reserve. We've just ticked under 5 minutes here in the last quarter. 26 points is the margin to the Tigers. Willis and Burr go at it. Willis, big tap down. Brill tried to break through the McAuliffe tackle. He couldn't. Handball comes out. Here's Marriott, the bull from the Parrot side. He's still going through it. Gets a handball out. Burr, Brill tapping the ball forward. Quickly, he's going to be happy to see the ball over the boundary line.
What I've noticed too at stoppages too, Timmy, is that Boyd Bailey's been going to Marriott at every contest. So perhaps this is a bit of a ploy this quarter where they want to just make sure that Marriott doesn't play an influence.
Brandon Bailey lips off with a lower leg injury on the right side. As Burr tapped it down, nicely done again from McAuliffe. Kicks to half forward, McCall in the front spot, tangle of legs over the shoulder. It's a bit unfortunate there, Lindsay. They all sort of got confused with the legs. McCall quickly plays on, drives it inside forward 50. Campbell might fly at this one. Westaway back with a flight. Great courage. Smith gives it back to McDonald. Inboard handball to Lopez. Kick around the body. Hasn't got the distance. Ball in dispute. Top of the square. Maskell does well. Handballs to a dangerous spot. They're under pressure. Hume does well with a kick out wide. Can he find the target in Garnham? Anderson closed with a spoil. Cody McDonald swoops on it. He's got some pace. Inboard kick. Oh, can't find a target. Lopez gets his legs taken out from underneath him, and the free kick will be paid to the Tiger.
You know what I love about forwards that work hard? That's sort of the reward they get. Like Tyler Hillier, that effort, Lopez, McDonald, they're really working hard. They really want this win, the Tigers, so they're going to do everything they can to get it. Now they just need to be rewarded with this goal. I'm going to make it really hard for Leongatha to come back.
For the first 6.5 minutes of play, it's been in Leongatha's forward line. They've managed 2 points. Do the Tigers make them hurt and go the other way and capitalise? Riley Lopez from 30 metres out. No. It's a minor score. And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it says, Scotty?
11-9-75 Morwell, 7-6-48 Leongatha.
Maskell's going to go long. He does, and straight down the middle here. Is Ganane going to be able to take the mark? He does, contested mark. Moore will need to rush back because we've seen a goal early in the second quarter that it has happened. Forward, good body contest there by Harry. But the Tigers have worked back. They've seen it this time. Tried to get the kick out there, Linton. Nothing happening. Cooling's got to keep it in front of him. Harry was first to go to the ground. Umpire will come in and we'll have a ball up inside the Parrots 50.
Not until Linton then too. He was just out of the contest where the ball was actually not favouring the Leongatha, his opponent, and done well enough to make a contest and create a stoppage.
Bird took front position of Willis. He dropped it after trying to take it out of the ruck. Nothing happening. Cooling gets a quick dump kick out. Maskell's in front. Nothing happening out of that one there. Westaway gets the handball over the top. And
what a throw, advantage.
Advantage. Thank you. It was a throw. I couldn't see what it was for. Bailey's gone the top. Bounce. Leongatha's going to be first back there. Ben Felsen, and he'll rush it through for a minor score.
Into the breeze.
And take the margin back out to the three-quarter time margin of 28 points.
11-10-76 to 7-6-48, thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, Gippsland.
Say hello to your new mobile deal for the Pixel 7a, 8 Pro, Galaxy S9 Ultra. All at Harvey Norman Computers. As Maskell again goes straight down the middle of the Morwell Rec Reserve. Big pack. Out the back it gets. Can the Tigers hold strong? They can. Although there's a free kick to the Parrots. Advantage will be paid. Argento's got open space. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Handball over the top. Here he is. The Turtle puts it through for Leongatha. And again, they've done this twice this afternoon. It's a blink of an eye. In 2 seconds, ball goes from one end to the other. Aaron Turton's on the end of it.
I think I was just lucky then too, though, Scud. But the umpire called advantage when all the players were flat-footed, and a lot of players didn't know what was going on there too. So they took the advantage as well, though, and did it well. Argento does love to share the ball, and he shared it perfectly then too. And the old Turtle gets him one back.
First goal of the last quarter goes to Leongatha, much needed. 8-6-54. They still trail, though. 11-10-76 Morwell on the Harvey Norman Gippsland scoreboard.
Brings it back under that 4-goal margin.
The old mate's a bit nervous beside you there too, Timmy.
Well, which one? Mate, yeah. Oh, he's been up and about for 3 quarters, and now he's just going to loot him. He's cutting, he's grabbing the fingernails. There won't be any fingernails left shortly here if the Parrots could get another one. But we've seen that play. Maskell straight in the middle. Free kick didn't need to be given away, but they move the ball so quickly as Willis gets over the top. Brill.
Geez, quick, isn't he?
Absolutely. Gets the handball out. And he's dumped out of a tackle. Nothing happening.
Free kick.
Free kick going to Morwell.
It'll go to Hillier. Yep.
Hillier will take it. Just defensive side.
Did you put that heater on?
The wing here. No, that's what I can hear.
Making a few noises in the background. We might burn down the commentary box.
I was going to say we need to turn that thing off. He goes out wide to Smith, who's, as we said, been very, very good all day. Drilling ball down the far side there. Nothing. No one was able to take the mark. It's going to come back out. McDonald gets the handball over. Lopez, he's going to come inboard, looking for into a one-on-one contest. Good spoil there coming through there from Lindsay. Comes back out. Bailey's going to tap it, and we're going to be rushed over.
He's got it. He's got it.
Hang on a second. There's a review. The umpire's going to come in.
He's pretty happy though, Bailey.
He socketed off the ground. It got through a couple of Leongatha defenders. The question will be, is it over the line, Timmy?
It is going to be over the line for a goal.
Do you think it's all about, like, the ratings? Like the suspense happening for us? Well, we knew it was a goal. Every player was celebrating apart from the umpire.
Well, I'm not sure why he just didn't signal, but he mustn't have got the all clear from the central umpire, Boxer. That's what happened. The
central umpire went up to him and said, what's going on here? What are we ordering for dinner? Is that what they're talking about, Scotty?
I think it was, but on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it's Morwell 12-10-82, Leongatha 8-6-54, and I'd hate to be the bloke that tipped Leongatha by 50.
So back to the middle they go. A big moment right now with the Morwell Bowling Club. You sense that Leongatha must get the next one here. Marriott's in the middle of the ground. Can't get it quickly. Has it for the Tigers. Ooh. Kick was smothered by Marriott. He's a ball. He charges. He causes the fumble from the Tigers. Vanderpleit head over the footy. If there's one man to sense who's going to lift this Leongatha side, it's the bull of Tom Marriott. And it might just be the young bull of the Tigers in Brandon McAuliffe who once it goes the other way. Taps forward. Here's Marriott on the burst. Right on cue. Gives a handball forward. Garnham tries to squeeze it to Turton. Couldn't do so. Garnham now at ground level. Gets wrapped up again and Marriott gets up a little bit proppy.
It's not the fact that Morwell haven't actually given away that real tenacity of the game so far. They've been playing it so well so far this game.
They've matched it, haven't they? The intensity from Leongatha. The Tigers have matched. Talonbrill gives it to Marriott, tries to shrug a tackle again. Goal ball goes straight up and down. Tom Smith helps out for the Tigers. Anderson's outlet kick turned over. And that falls in the hands of Mason McGannon. So the defender, he has played forward in the past though as a junior. have a shot for goal. The breeze will be behind him. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Have to kick at 45 metres though. Mason McGannon, a little bit of a skip. 49 metres on its way. Goal umpire rolls across too far. And it's another minor score on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Sees Leongatha 8-7-55, still trailing Morwell 12-10-82.
I have to apologise about the sound effects in the background. It's just a cracking game. It's just, you can't help not do something or say something in the background.
Anderson comes through, 4 or 5 go at it. Staying down, not able to dispose of it. Incorrect disposal there. Goes against Jackson Burr. He put his hands up, wants to know why. He just dropped it. Maskell goes forward. Ganane came through. There was 3 Tigers players there. Ganane just put his hands straight up. Was able to take a strong contested mark. And this one needs to be. He's ticked over 13 minutes here. They've only been able to inroad by 1 point. And it is a big moment thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. For a limited time on the 6 tap, better beer. 0 carb, 0 sugar. Well, he needs all the sugar he's got here so as he can get this ball from 45 through and cut the margin back under that 4 goals. Ganane coming through. He's kicked 3. He's left it out to the left. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. Morwell have tried to say that it's touched. The goal umpire says no, it's not. Ganane's kicked 4 and the margin's back to 21.
So deceiving the way that wind's carrying the ball from left to right. It's very interesting. McAuliffe comes back on for Morwell as well, but looks like Brandon Bailey's afternoon is done with that leg injury. He's not going to come back on the ground.
And Jack Janane's 4th goal sees Leongatha move along to 9-7-61, trailing Morwell 12-10-82.
What a great game.
It's a great game.
I think this is nearly the best game of Gippsland League footy we've seen this year. After 5 rounds of footy, this is round 6 of your Alinta Energy Gippsland League. It's a great game of footy this afternoon at the Morwell Rec Reserve. The Tigers are in pink for BCNA game and they've lived up to that standard that has been set, of course, raising money for a great cause. As we get another secondary stoppage in the middle of the ground. Smith will tap it down. The ball gets out the back. McAuliffe off the half-back line.
And who's wrapped him up?
Marriott wraps him up. I reckon we should just clear the other players.
It's like the master and the apprentice.
It is. We just
really
let those 2 boys just go at it. Smith in the front spot. Harry over the back. There's Marriott. Squeezed the handle out the back to Elgar. He goes forward to Little John. Under pressure. Shrugs the tackle to Brill. Smith with a strong tackle for the Tigers, but it was over the shoulder. And Talon Brill will roll and go. Delivery to the forward 50. Can't find him. Ball in dispute. Cooling's there. Little chip kick towards the boundary line will work out. Jackson Burr kicks it off the ground. McFarlane's got some space. Gathers it. Chips it to the open wing. And Tom Smith takes the mark for the Tigers.
He's been good, Smith. He's really good. He covers the ground well. He's got the duties in the ruck now at the moment, and he's had a great afternoon.
Be part of the discussion for best on ground thanks to Gippsland Isuzu, the all-new D-Max. Available. He gets the ball down long. Cody McDonald, he transfers it inside their forward 50. Looking for it, and they'll pick it up there. Coming through is Cohen Campbell. Parrots will reload. Harry, he's in the wrong end of the ground for where they want to be. Comes back out as Pascal delivers wide and ends up there in the hands of Little John. Still looking for that 45, still looking for movement. They've got to go here, the Parrots. They need to steal another one here if they're going to try and get back into this game. Goes long and ends up with Cooper Elgar. Elgar down the line to Garnham.
Tigers have got some numbers back. They can't just bomb away here.
Needs to find his target. He pushes it in. It's going to land about 35 out. Good play by Grant off the ball. Wasn't able to take the mark there, though, was Linton. Coming forward, looking to wrap it up there with Ganane. Umpire Carey says, I'll have it. 35 metres out. 16 and a half minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's the Tigers leading by 21 here at Morwell Recreation Reserve. Listening to the Alinta Energy Gippsland League on Gippsland Live.
So Smith and Ganane. Smith taps it down. Nicely done again. Kicks it out to the wing. He wants the boundary line. Was it insufficient intent? Peter Carey says yes, it was. Free kick, Leongatha.
that one there, he needed about 45 degrees the other way. It would have been half a chance.
Yeah, it was the lateral kick that got him. Maybe even went a little bit backwards. So on the outer side, Leongatha have the free kick through McGannon. Goes inside forward 50. Big over the back. Well read. Nicely done by the forward on that occasion. It is Turton again. He got a goal at the 8-minute mark of the opening minutes of this final quarter. as he's got his chance to kick Leongatha's 10th goal. They trail at the moment by 21 points. As Aaron Turton comes in, tight angle, 25 metres out, Turton on its way. He missed it.
It looks like Morwell's thrown a couple of players back now too, including Harry McCall. We've seen him do this in the past, especially in the Mid-Gippy Grand Final.
9-8-62 Leongatha, straight 20 points trailing behind Morwell, 12-10-82.
Cooling brings it in, needs a target or find the boundary line. And Burr was happy to get his hands to it. Tap it over and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Scotty, you were there that day when Harry McCall went back in that grand final. He was tremendous.
Outstanding, probably second best on and arguably best on ground that day.
Big Benny Wheeler still on the boundary line here, looking to get back on. As Harry does the ruck work in front of Burr, gets the tap down. Brill delivers a ball. It's going to bounce over the top. Garnham does well, traps it. Left hand, gets a handball through. Kicking around his corner there is Trent McRae for a Zambrero goal of the day contender and brings the margin back to 14 points. 18 and a half minutes gone in this last quarter.
Just had this unsettling grrr in my stomach that that ball's going to probably do something stupid here and throw this game away. And it's not a fart. No, it's not. Okay.
The old $12 burger playing up.
Yes, playing up.
Leongatha move on to 11-8-68, sorry. Morwell 12-10-82, thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland.
A bit of a miracle here. Brandon Bailey's been strapped up and probably going to be back on the ground.
He put him in his grave and Hill is at his back.
Here we go. Big moments. Talon Brill wins it from the centre clearance. Top of the 50 it goes. Anderson's on his own, but they're going to find the touch. And the boundary line. It will be another boundary throw in, top of the 50.
Suspicious feeling we might have that 1 point game coming, Scud. Well, in favour of Morwell.
It is game on. We'd have about 10 minutes to play, you'd think. All the numbers are rolling back for the Tigers. Leongatha, are they going to match him one-on-one? Harry McCall seems to be free. Jackson Burr is free at the moment. Boundary throw-in now occurs. Out the back. Comes back to the front of the pack. Harry got tackled quickly and will do it again.
The match of the day in Mid-Gippy, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland, Fish Creek. Last year's premiers got the job done by 4 points against Morwell East.
Throw up, 55 metres out. Bailey's kick was smothered by Brill. Quigley took on a tackle, goes to ground, got a handball away. Quigley, McFarlane with a quick handball and a sling tackle against the Bailey.
I think he's called in the back now, holding the man. He doesn't know what he wants to call there, the umpire.
Sexton's not happy with it as Bailey wins the free kick at half back for the Tigers.
Blindsided, he dropped the ball, but then you can't go on with that to the tackle. They've just gone to ground.
Yep. So Bailey's long kick towards the wing. Big pack will form. Maskell will take the mark. And the Tigers just can't bomb. They've got to hold onto the footy now. Maskell will play on. Kicks to half forward. Coming across the front. Nicely taken there by McGann and gives it to Marriott. Marriott lowers the eyes and finds Turton. No, he doesn't. He had two goes at it. Anderson with an underground handball. Cooling grabs the footy. No prior opportunity, Tim Sexton. Ball up. I won't have any of that in the box.
Horrendous decision. Cooling, he tried to take him on. He tried to take him on, and guess what?
Hang on. We have a injured player, do we? No. No, it was just Peter Carey just calming things down, blowing his whistle.
Cooling needs to get some muscle on if he's going to try and take tackles on like that. Needs to learn some muscles from his dad.
No prior.
Vanderpleit taking it straight out of there. He's going to be done for holding the ball, dropping the ball.
That's the difference. If you hold on to the ball, there's difference. If you let go of it in that situation, that's holding the ball, Tim.
Oh, some of the time, Daryl, depending on who the umpire is.
That's Peter Carey.
The Tigers, absolutely. He's one of them. I'm just referring to the earlier decision.
Okay.
Not against Peter. Boyd Bailey goes to ground. He's dragged that ball in, and the umpire is going to come in and should be paid holding the ball, but he didn't.
21 and a half minutes gone, Tim. Margin sits at 14 points. Game in the balance.
We've had 4 goals so far this quarter, so we're probably pushing maybe towards a 30-minute quarter. If we can, as Hillier, he'll see the ball over the boundary line. There is players all standing on the lines trying to get their rotations in right, making sure, again, this is what we see in all leagues, making sure you got your best players on the ground at the important time, as it is. So Willis works in front. Bird took it out of the ruck, didn't dispose of it correctly. McAuliffe, though, as he's done all day, being good, he delivers a ball forward. There's that man, Maskell. He's going to go. He does. He comes in board. Finds Marriott. Marriott looks to go. He does. He gets the handball off there to Lindsay. He's going to go inside 50. Drops it in short.
Good care.
And then taking the mark there is Jackson Harry. He just needs to go back. Take his time. Brill wanted it on the hands. He was circling around. But Harry needs to go back and do what he's paid to do. And that's put this between the big sticks if he can. We'll bring the margin back to 8 points if he can put it through. 22 and a half minutes gone. As you said, Scud, they just need to... The Tigers need to just take some control of the ball when they've got it in their hands. Harry, he's going to kick from just inside 50. Comes in on the 50. It's a horrendous looking kick. It's going to fall short. Ooh, unable to take the mark down there. I think it was McGann. Yep. But it's a minor score there for the Parrots.
And they move on to 11-9-69, trailing Morwell 12-10-82. Last 6 scores of the game to Leongatha.
Short kick to Brown. Brown takes on McGann. McGannon's done a knee, it looks like. I think just the change of direction. That's shocking to see. Meanwhile, the ball goes to Burr. McGannon's still down. And Burr has it at centre half back for the Tigers. Kicks towards the wing. Maskell's all on his own. Will come across. Willis tried to mark it. Couldn't do so. Ground level Bailey. Handball's out. Marriott's there. Gives a handball inboard to Hume. Darcy Hume lowers the eyes. Missed the target. McKenzie blew it. Barrels it out to the outer side. They've got to make a contest on Maskell, and they do just that. Hillier gathers it. Open forward line. This will be a goal of the Tigers. It's open. Does it sit? It does. Cohen Campbell. One bounce. Slams it home. And the Tigers get the steadier. Campbell's got 3 as well.
Yeah, well, just devastating news there for young McGannon. Looks like he's done a knee in the hands of the trainers then too. So just really devastating stuff for players that go down like that as well. But on the other side too, the Tigers finish off with a great goal as well, and great rebound footy from their defensive 50. They just got to maintain and hold off now.
Timmy, say what you're saying.
Say what you're thinking.
Say what you're thinking.
Well, I'm thinking is, and what they don't now, the umpires have read it, right?
So McGannon's gone down with a change of direction. He's done a knee.
And again, right, we know we've seen it. You called it straight away, Scud, right? So the reality of it was he hasn't moved. Like when I say he's hot, like he's conscious and everything like that, but his knee's gone straight away. You're a player down.
Yep.
The game's on the line. You know he's not going to come back.
Yep.
The reality of it is, and this is within their rights as part of the game, as soon as the stretcher goes on the ground,
game stops.
The game stops. Now, they're one short. They're going 18, 17.
The play's 50 metres
As soon as
away.
the stretcher goes on the ground,
the stretcher is only on the ground.
It's on the ground now. Yeah, they've only taken it on the ground now. But they played it for a minute there without him.
And Morwell had the slow play. Like Burr took the mark at centre half back, and he had the slow play.
Yeah,
and then
the trainers all went out to him.
Yep. And it is devastation for
absolutely.
Mason. It's a horrible way to see it. It was he came in to rush the mark. He went to stand the mark. There was a change of direction from Brown, who wanted to play on, and as soon as McGannon tried to change the direction to attack, he just buckled under his own weight and went down straight away. And he grabbed it.
You're right,
away.
and I think where he was, no one knew he was down. Like, apart from the bench, I mean,
the Leongatha trainer went, but
that was only 10 seconds or 20 seconds after the incident.
Yeah.
As well, now you've got every trainer.
Yeah, and it's great, and both sides are out there in both. As we do, we thank all our volunteer trainers for being around to ensure that these games happen, and it's good that both Morwell and the Leongatha teams, as they've come together for the BCNA Day, here they're out there in an unfortunate situation for young Mason McGannon with that knee, but they'll both sides come together to make sure they can get him off on the stretcher.
So the Tigers kick a goal as well, and as we said, they get one against the trend, and we'll get a bit of a score update as Mason's coming off.
Yeah, it breaks a run of 6 scores to Leongatha with that goal to Morwell. They move on to 13-10-88, leading Leongatha 11-9-69. That was the 3rd goal to Cohen Campbell for the day.
Scotty, I can tell you that hamburger's settled now. So that $12 burger has settled. So maybe Morwell might be able to hang on here.
Well, we probably lost about, what are we going to say, 5-6 minutes, I reckon.
I would think.
Campbell kicked at 23.
About three or so minutes.
Yeah,
3 or 4 minutes.
About 27-minute mark now. So, right knee.
But I think the big thing for that, as you said, was with Campbell getting that goal. They had that out the back. Leongatha pushed up with the pressure on, and being that one short, they'd They'd got out the back, did Cohen Campbell, to kick his third as ball comes back into the middle. Harry and Burr. Burr does well. McAuliffe, as he's done all day, gets the big handball out, trying to get the clearance. We're wrapped up. We'll have another ball up here in the circle. We've ticked over 27.5 minutes. That steadying goal puts the Tigers out by 19 points and will make it hard for the Parrots here. As Marriott looks to try and get out. Harry, he gets the handball out to the side, looking for finding Turton, not able to get him. Handball comes through. Marriott.
There's a throw.
Throw comes out there. It called against Elgar. And the free kick will go to the Tigers. And it'll be McAuliffe who'll take it.
Goes out wide to Cooling. Takes the mark and back pedals.
How's he been today, Daryl?
He's been okay today. Serviceable across half back. They've thrown him around a little bit, but
I would say serviceable too.
down back today. So kick goes to half forward. Jackson Burr's the target and couldn't complete it. Mark goes over for a boundary throw in. 28 minutes gone. We expect this to probably go around about the 32-minute mark, I'm tipping. As we've just had an injury to Mason McGannon, unfortunately for the Parrots. Ball comes back in to the field of play. Marriott tried to sock it off the ground. McAuliffe's been good. Archie Grant got wrapped up in the tackle quickly. And the umpire says, my ball.
Moe, 100-point leaders against Struan at the moment. 121-20 thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland.
That's a big, big win for the Lions. Marriott squeezed a handball out to Brill, just barrels, dumps one down the line. Quigley with a big spoil. Alga took on. They drive it inside forward 50. No one inside forward 50 for the Parrot. That does bounce top of the square it goes. McColl's back there, gathers it. Does he get around Ganane? Only just. Then gets a dumping, barrelling kick out. Hume stands underneath it, takes the mark, goes inboard, kick was smothered. Hillier was there working hard, dives on the footy, don't drag it in. He does it. Hume goes again. Now they stack on top. And the umpire says, my ball.
The biggest stat today for the Tigers has been their smothering. Like, it's been tremendous, and that was another one then. A little bit of a game saver there, I reckon, too, by Hillier.
Willis from the back, he gets the tap down. Marriott came through, nothing there. No, here's McAuliffe. That's all we've seen to be calling for most of it. Holding the footy, it's going to go straight to Vanderplot. He needs to go. 29.5 gone. He's looking for the lead. Ganane, he's out in front. He takes a strong contested mark. He's kicked for. Hang on. Sorry, the umpire, Peter Carey, should blow on his whistle, telling him where to go back.
Loves the whistle.
He does.
He's done
The
a
whistle
great
that
job.
it's the only whistle he's ever had while he's been umpiring, Scud.
Really?
Yep. Never
All
had
these
another
years?
all these years. The same one he used in the VFL and AFL. Ganane. So we're about to tick over 30 minutes. Coming in from just on 50 for his fifth. Starts it out to the left, looking for that breeze to come back. It is. It's got the distance. It does. And the goal, it's got the distance. They're looking for it to say that it's hit the post, but it's about three bodies that have hit it. The umpires are going to come in and converse. The ball's gone straight through, and it is a goal. Well, it's a goal from here. But we've got the boundary umpires, we've got the field umpire, we've got the goal umpire, all conversing. All clear. Goal, as it is, as we ticked over 30 minutes. And that is 5 for Jack Ganane. A great game by him. Brings the margin back to 13 points.
I think the Morwell players were trying to really coerce the umpire to say that wasn't a goal, but it looked like one from here. It's a little bit nervy if it goes for 32 to 33 minutes, like Scud said. So there's still a sniff here, Leongatha.
12-9-75 Leongatha, Ganane's fifth goal of the day, and Morwell 13-10-88.
Tigers have got one back. Maskell's gone forward as well. Back to the middle they go. Brill at pace through the middle of the ground. Can't complete it as Bailey wraps him up. And the Tigers will look to get stoppage after stoppage here. Are they going to inflict Leongatha's first defeat for season 2024? Out the back, Harry gives it to Brill again. Brill, left foot kick into a dangerous spot. Ganane's there. Good body work by McColl. Couldn't complete the mark. Goes again. Handballs to Linton, to Burr. Numbers now favour the Tigers. Head over the footy is Anderson. Squeeze the handball to Brown. Little dumping kick's going to go out of bounds on the full. And Leongatha will have potentially a shot on goal. Cade Maskell might be a little bit too far out to score.
Wrong side.
Wrong side for the left footer, says Tim.
Never say never for Cade Maskell.
No, I never say never.
This is a big moment.
You said it was the wrong side.
13
prefer to be here.
13 points the margin. Big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. Maskell with a shot, although he's too far out, 50 metres out. Puts it to the top of the square. The pack will form. Harry's been threatening, couldn't mark that one. He's been threatening to take a hanger all afternoon. And we have a boundary throw in. No score, so the margin still sits at 13. And it's gone 32. And there can't be too long to go. you would think.
But we're not sure.
But we're not sure. Is it a bridge too far for the Parrots?
Comes back in. Willis and Burr. Willis, Brill. He's taken up, wrapped up in a strong tackle by Quigley.
Paul Carter would know.
This suits exactly what the Tigers need here. Willis tries for the big tap. Nothing comes out of it. Looking out there, Harry. He's wrapped up straight away. Ooh. And we're going to have a ball up. The Tigers don't want to do anything silly here, just to give that little sniff. They've done extremely well to be able to hold up here, even though the Parrots have kicked 4 goals in this last quarter. Brill's on the move if he can get there.
Free kick.
Free kick. It's going to go to... It's going to go to... Hang on.
Yes.
Off the...
It is off the ball.
Off the ball. But neither ruckman knew who'd given away the free kick. But
the wrong way.
He is pointing it. Yeah. No one knows what's happening.
Hillier with a free kick after all that.
Hillier's going to just take his time now. He's called to play on. He's got one back if he wants, but he doesn't. He dumps it down the line looking for his big ruckman. Harry goes over the back. Maskell with 3 deep. Tries to get it out there. Smith, who's been good all day, he's trying to barrel himself through. He's going to go nowhere. And we'll have a ball up in front of the Parrots bench. 33.5 minutes gone. 13 points the margin. The Tigers have been good all day. They've been able to stop the flow of the Parrots for most of it. Big Benny Willis gets it down. Brill, he's attacked it. But there he is, McAuliffe.
Is he our player of the day?
Absolutely for me.
He'd have to be very, very close or very, very unlucky probably not to be the best on ground thanks to Gippsland Isuzu.
We'll do that after the final siren. Not too far away, you'd think. 33 minutes gone. The Tigers lead it by 13 points. And that's a free kick going Leongatha's way as Burr tapped it out on the full, although the umpire's saying that he's not sure who touched it, who hit it out. So...
Pretty clear, wasn't it, Boxer?
I think so. I'm not sure what they're even talking about.
What they're saying is that Burr and Willis both had hands on it, tapped, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Burr just went bang over the boundary line. That's what the umpire is saying. The free kick will be paid. Nope, we've got a boundary throw in after all that, as Cullis couldn't work it out with his boundary umpire counterpart. 34.5 minutes gone. Tigers hanging on, 13 points the margin. Leongatha kicked 4 goals to 2 in the final quarter. It hasn't been enough though. Hillier with a head over it, gets it out to Bailey. He stops and props, and Vanderplate wraps him up. They want another stoppage, they get it. Cullis to throw it up again. Willis and Burr to do the duties. Front spot Willis, trying to kick it out of the air. Borshman handballs over the top. Argento took on the tackler of McFarlane. Bailey gives him a tap on the head and says, that's what we wanted. Another stoppage. On a day where the Tigers are wearing the pink sash for BCNA fundraiser day, they're going to get the victory against the Parrots, you think. Anderson handballs towards Burr. Burr gives it to Burr. That was Jackson who kicked around the body. Smith bounces over his head. Cohen Campbell's there. Gives a handball to Bailey. It's an open forward 50 line. It's Brandon McDonald, and it's on the runner of Bent Velzen. Bent Velzen does well. His kick was partially smothered again. And the siren sounds. And the Tigers win by 13 points in a thriller on Saturday afternoon football for Gippsland Live. It's Morwell 13-10-88 have defeated the undefeated Parrots in round 6 of the Elintra Energy Gippsland League 11-9-75. We're going to go to a break. We'll work out our Zambrero goal at A contender, our best on ground, and bring you all the post-game wrap after the break. It's Gippsland Live, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.